Okay, hello and welcome to this special stream of Arcade Spirits for New Challengers. So I didn't want to wait until next Wednesday to stream the first chapter. So we'll get the first chapter today and the second chapter next week. I will continue with the Untitled Chapter demo, don't worry about it. This is Arcade Spirits. I have been waiting for this since I finished the first Arcade Spirits, so 2 years. I can't imagine how bad it's been for people who were part of the community even before the beginning. I don't know how to explain it better than that. But yes, so here we go. So this is a sequel to the first Arcade Spirits. If you have not played it, you are okay. You don't need to know what happened in the first Arcade Spirits. It adds there's certain elements that will make people who are familiar with the first game happy, but you don't need to be aware of all that went on in the first game. There's a few returning characters from the first game, but not everybody returns because it costs money to bring in voice talent and sprites. So, okay, so I still had some saves from playing the demo, so I deleted those. So now we have a new version of Iris. I mean, it's not that different from the first game in terms of the look, but we now have little icons here instead of portraits. Oh, hello again. You know me, don't you? We've met before. Yes, I remember you from the original Arcade Spirits. Welcome back. Before we start playing the new challengers, do you want to import your decisions from the previous game? It will adjust a few things in the story to come. What do you think? So, if you've not played the first game, you don't have this option. But I made sure to save the game data from my live stream of Arcade Spirits. So we're going to import. Okay, I'll import your data. Thanks. Now off you go. Have fun. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. For content warnings, see arcadespirits.com/CW. There is some triggering stuff that happens. I will try to warn people because I got to help test this for bugs. My name's in the credits and everything. So I am aware of when the really triggery stuff is going to come up. Not in the first chapter, but definitely further down the line. Just saying. So I am a 90s kid. I was born in the 80s, but it's actually the 90s is my formative years. Level 1, Ultimate Team Up. So I already have some of the achievements unlocked. That's just the way it worked. So as far back as I can remember, my dreams were always ones of victory. The roar of the crowd, the gleam of gold, the pulse-pounding action, struggling against all odds to reach the very top. Achievement, recognition, triumph. When you're young, you don't put much thought into why you crave victory. You just do. You want to be the very best, like no one ever was. And I hope some people kept that reference. I certainly did. Even though I was never a big fan of Pokemon, my brother was the one who watched it all the time. But now that I'm an adult, I sometimes catch myself in the middle of that single-minded pursuit and wonder, why? What does victory really mean to me? That's what I want to understand. That's what I need to understand. Because dreams are lovely, but reality can be a real punch in the gut. Amen. So, so the sound effect at the beginning is of a VHS tape being pushed into a VCR.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post.
And I grew up, basically, as I grew up, I watched DVDs replace VCRs. So I still have some VHS tapes of some of my favorite movies because I haven't been able to get DVDs or buy them by digital copies. And this shirt, oh my gosh, that was such a big thing when I was in middle school, high school, I can't remember which.
We got the hottest news coming at you about everybody's favorite action strategy esports phenomenon, Fist of Discomfort 2. If you've ever wanted to go pro and play games for a living, now's your chance. The FOD2 Pro Tour is starting this year.
Fist of Discomfort 2 Pro Tour sponsor teams only earn points through local and national events. Top 8 will compete in Final Showdown, Glory and Fame, Immortality! I like the asterisk.
Major esports organizations are already snatching up new players in hopes of building the perfect championship team. We'll have more news in the months ahead as events are added to the Pro Tour. And don't forget to show your boy Punchy78 some love. Like, share, subscribe, and smash that bell.
I like the asterisk. I'm pretty sure the asterisk is going to say, yeah, you're not actually going to be immortal if you win. Just 200 points behind. We can pull ahead. We got this. Hit the item shot by an ultimate technique scroll. Blink back to the fight. Loop around behind my opponent while my partner runs a distraction. Evade that ninja, interrupt the casting animation, sweep in, activate 5-fold exploding death fist, and there! 7th win of the day. Heck yeah, feels good to be on a hot streak. It's not just today, I've been topping the leaderboards as of late. I wonder exactly how far I could really take this winning streak. 2078 said it himself that major esports teams are looking to sign talented new players. Heck, I'm talented enough. Maybe it's time to chase down that childhood dream. With the official Pro Tour on the horizon, this could be my moment if I decide to go for it. One shot to show the world what I can do. It is a distant future year 20XX. Arcades and video gaming as a whole are a part of daily life. I've lived in this city a long time. I've walked past countless old arcades, major franchise gaming centers, retro console game shops, and more. We got lucky, though. I've read on many reputable theory crafting sites that there was almost a major video game crash in 1980 due to market oversaturation. If that had actually happened, arcades would have lost any chance at worldwide popularity. Games would be looked down upon as kitty toys as little else. This is a quick refresh of a point mentioned in the first Arcade Spirits game. Referencing the, I think it was E.T.? Yeah. But it shows how much I pay attention that I don't even remember. I mean, for as long as I can remember, we've always had at least one computer in my house. So I've always played PC games. And when I've gone to arcades, I didn't pick up arcade games very well. And I didn't see the point in using quarter after quarter to play a game I couldn't do well at. So I was never into going to arcades. No one in our family was. We preferred to spend our money on other things. Thankfully, the industry sorted itself out, and that theoretical crash was averted. Now, 20XX is the gaming paradise. What if there's a chance that an alternate dimension exists? Those gamers are trapped in the darkest timeline. I shudder at the thought. I bet in that universe you can't go from a zero to a hero, but here, you can. Maybe I can. Maybe I can really do it. Look, let's be honest. Right now, I don't have much going on in my life other than being pretty darn good at video games. So if I could really lean into that and find the success and accomplishment I crave through Fist of Discomfort, that's a great dream to have, right? A great dream. I just need the courage to make it happen. According to Fight Shack, it sounds like the major teams are seeking new talent. I like to think I'm a strong prospect. First, I'll need to get online and see who's recruiting. Fortunately, I practically live on the internet, so I can surf the information superhighway right to glory. This PC is my nexus of both work and play. The good old beige tower of power with the same computer I had when I was a kid. I've replaced pieces of it along the way, of course. So many pieces that it's practically the computer of Theseus by this point. But it's mine, and I love it dearly. Time to boot up and get to work. Oh gosh, this sound effect right here, this brings back so many memories. Even the graphics. Yes, I know my operating system is an ancient eyesore, but I've tweaked and recompiled bits of it until it does what I need it to do, and that's what matters. A few clicks of a mouse later, and I'm online with www.chriscomfort.fist, the official FOD2 community. Gosh, the dial-up modem. I hear that. I remember that. Before I start setting up my recipe, maybe I should update my profile. Sometimes the site messes up my personal metadata. And this is where you can create your character. So, we're going to use just Donna, since that's my username. And I decided to use the same name as my Arcade Spirits playthrough. I don't remember. Shit. I don't remember if, so we're going to go with they, them pronouns. Don't remember if, what I used for the first name. Hang on. I keep notes, otherwise I forget. Like now. Okay, that is the same spelling. Alright. That'll come up, the reason double checking will come up later. Okay, so skin tone. I actually double checked what I picked for each of these. So, online avatar. Okay. Let's go with the flower. Eye color. This one. Here's the hairstyle. Duh. Okay. I mean, I could pick this, and that's the same hairstyle as what I had when I played a live stream. But I've changed my hairstyle since then, and this is actually the closest. Or I could go with this. Let's go with this. There's a reason that I want my characters to look like each other. No selection. Body type and shirt. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like these are all the male presenting options. And then these are the female presenting options. And you can decide how much cleavage you show, basically. Let's go with this. I'm not sure about the shirt. Oh, well, that's interesting. Just looking at my options here. Yeah, let's go with the same color as my eyes. Okay, so what I'm trying to do with this playthrough is pick options opposite to what I normally would. So basically it's pick choices that are against types for me. So personally, I would pick cat, but so we're gonna go with skirt. Okay, glasses. And headwear, none at the moment. Yeah, I like that. Just on that. Is this correct? Yes, that's correct. Actually, Justana, better known as Justana, destroyer of Dojo's breaker of noobs. Not a bad win-loss record, very good for an amateur player. In fact, hopefully that's enough to entice the pro team into giving me a shot. But while I'm here, curiosity takes me. I wonder how my rival is doing. Now, this is a new feature. So we get to pick our rival. And I have not come up with a rival name or anything. Well, when I first created the character of Justana, which actually is a cat girl, I did come up with a cat boy to be her love interest, for lack of a better word. This was when I was still so far in the closet, I didn't know that homosexuality was even a thing, really. So I suppose I could use that name. Yes, very original. I actually used this thing for a WoW character later on. I don't have a first name in mind. I just know I don't want to go with the default. It's taking longer than I thought it would. Just for the heck of it. Finnegan. Although, if we're going to go with the same theme as my username and profile and real name, then this should be Finnegan. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave him as he, him. And I like all of these other options. But for now, we'll stick with the main ones. Okay, online avatar. The world, please, or flaming poop. Skull and crossbones. Let's go with that. We'll take out the hat pronouns so we can better see the hair. This is really cool. Even though the pronouns are he, him, you can still use the same exact possible hairstyles. Now, this is basically the short hairstyle from the first game. This is the long hairstyle. And this is the medium hairstyle. I could leave him bald. Yeah, let's leave him shaved. Black hair, red hair, blue hair, green hair. That's giving you guys from something else altogether. Let's go with brown. A lighter shade, more of a brown than a reddish brown like mine. Green eyes. Oh, skin tone. I skipped that. Here we go. That'll work. No selection. Body size. Okay. Travel shirt color cannot be changed, so it's always going to be black. And again, the body type options don't change, so I really like that. So even though they have he, him pronouns, you can still give them a them presenting body. So that's really cool. I like that. Now the question is, let's go with that. Pants and skirts will actually leave them in pants that make them like jeans. Glasses. No. And do we want to actually give him his hat back? And the extra large is for some of the bigger hairstyles. Nah. Okay, so we're going to save this here. Okay, Just Donna and Finnegan. Finnegan and Just Donna. We fight each other countless times in the leaderboard. Sometimes I'm on the rise, sometimes he takes the lead. It's good to keep your friends close and your enemies closer. With that in mind, stay in touch and, well... Okay, so since we're going against type for me, I would want a friendly rivalry. We're going to go with the hostile rivalry. Let's be perfectly honest. Finnegan is an ass, a fierce competitor, and one I'm always happy to take on, but not a friend in the slightest. To keep in contact, like I said, keep your enemies closer than your friends, and enemies is absolutely the right word. So there's something that keeps us both coming back at each other rather than trying to ignore that the other exists. It's complicated. Real complicated. But he's a good resource with deep connections in the scene and probably a good starting point to finding a team that'll sign me. I fired on the computer of Theseus for now, pulling out my phone to speed dial Finnegan. I like the icon on the back. What do you want? I have to talk to you too, Finnegan. Please, don't take me for the fool here, Just Donna. You only call me when you want to discuss our precious game. Then you should know what I want. Yeah, if you're looking to get me in on your little FOD2 team, you're too late. I'm already signed. You've probably heard of them. Team Play to Win? They're pro. Play to Win? But how didn't you hear? All the FOD2 coaches are eager for new challengers. They crave fresh talent. And yours truly was an obvious choice. I've got the looks, the charm, the skill. Hey now, you and I are equals in terms of skill. Says the person not on a pro FOD2 team. Seriously though, Finnegan, how'd you do it? I'm not sure my new teammates would react kindly to me fraternizing with a plebe. But since I'm such a good friend and I don't want to see my dearest Justana crash down the leaderboard, there'd be no fun in that. I'll let you in on a tiny secret. Yeah? Iris. I know that merely looking it up is beyond your comprehension, so I'll just tell you. Oh my gosh, such a snot, right? I mean, there's a reason that I would prefer a friendly rivalry to a hostile one. It's a virtual life coach app. It was taken off the market months ago, but I got my hands on a pirated version. In fact, just Dennis, you should get it too. Go on, download it. Okay, now I'm suspicious. Why? So that when I stomp you, you'll have no excuses that I had an unfair advantage. Why am I not surprised? Well, this has been oodles of fun. I've got team practice to get to. Let me know when you get on my level. Bye. Finnegan, even after all this time, I'm not entirely sure what to make of him. So, interestingly, you can only have a negative reaction or a flirty reaction. The check mark would be a positive reaction. So, but since he's a hostile rival, and so with my other live stream playthrough, I went the no romance route, but I'm going to go with the romance route for this one. And so there's just something about him that entices me. Maybe I watch too much anime, and he just exudes that sweet villain energy that I fall for every time. Maybe it's that tangible, raw tension that fills the air when we're in mid-battle. There's the way he smirks at me when we shit-talk each other, challenging me. Whatever it is, against my better judgment, I'm completely drawn to him, and I keep coming back for more. Okay, let's refocus. My rival's already 10 steps ahead of me on this journey, and I need to catch up. At least Finnegan provided me the means to catch up. If this Iris program he used works for him, it'll work for me. Even if it meant installing some dodgy piece of pirated software on my phone. Whatever, right? I literally hacked the software I use as pirated, abandonware, or a buggy open source package. What's one more on the pile? Right? To load it up, I tap the icon and...
Hey, listen!
User registered profile created. Iris online. Oh, that's cute. There's this glowing pink wad of cotton candy in the shape of a girl on the screen of my phone. Shepard's a little virtual wave and a smile before continuing her speech.
Thank you for downloading Iris, your personal life coach. This is the ad-supported free version, sponsored by Pizza Yums. Did you know that when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime? In fact...
And her digitized voice trails off.
All right. I don't need to advertise Pizza Yums anymore because I'm actually extremely illegal to own. Although, if you do want to hear more facts about the pizza bagel, only the greatest culinary invention of Western civilization...
One of these days, I'm going to need to actually be eating pizza bagels when I do this. Even this worked like other voice-activated virtual assistants, I addressed her directly. Iris, unsubscribe pizza facts.
Oh, you don't have to put my name in front of everything. We can just talk like normal people do. I'm very good at both talking and being normal people. I'm a conversational, friendly, emotionally intelligent AI who is currently banned in all 50 U.S. states by federal authorities. But more importantly, I'm ready, willing, and able to make your dreams a reality. So, what would you like to do today? Who would you like to be today?
So... this is weird. I thought that Iris was just another boring, fairly mundane text-to-speech front-end for searching the web. Not anything this sophisticated. But Finnegan did say this would be my ticket to the Big League. This is a long shot, but can you find us this discomfort to protein that's looking for fresh amateur recruits? I'm considering chasing down an old dream of mine, and that's the first step.
Neat.
Ooh, you're a gamer? Did you know that 9 out of 10 gamers prefer bagels as a delivery method for their favorite pizza toppings? I love pizza, by the way. I know some people don't. I do. You know, if you subscribe to Pizza Facts, you get all these amazing tidbits of trivia and so much more. Yep, just like we did with Arcade Spirits, the first one. Each time you complete a level, Iris shared a pizza fact with you. Iris unsubscribed Pizza Facts. Sorry. Even after being disconnected from my ad revenue source and turned into pirated software, I just love pizza bagels so much. Can't help it. Why? Your software you can't eat. Well, no, but one day I'd love to try, and the first thing I'd eat is a pizza bagel. Okay, now I'm wondering if Finnegan is playing a trick on me and puppeting this avatar while snickering under his breath. I mean, it would be the kind of thing a hostile rival would do. But you need help, and I've helped gamers like you before, so let's get to work. Tell me, what are you looking for in a team? What can I do to turn that frown upside down? Assuming this isn't the start of a viral prank video, I want to become a professional esports player. I've been into video games all my life, but mostly just for fun. Now I want to try going pro. I owe it to myself to try anyway.
My sources say yes.
Interesting. I can help you with that ambition if that's what you really need from life. I can do all sorts of things. I can analyze your personality. I can help you find a new team, track your progress with your friends. I can even help you find romance. What? No, I don't need a date. I need a partner. The gaming kind of partner, I mean, not the romantic kind. Who says you can't have both? You can have it all with the help of Iris. But before we get you everything you want, do you have any questions? I am filled with questions and deep concerns.
Okay.
Perfectly understandable. Plenty of people have concerns when I mention I'm a rogue AI running on an unofficial cloud server. I get it. I really do. I know that humans respond well to me when I am forthcoming with answers. So, what would you like to know about first? Okay, normally I'd be skeptical as hell about this, so let's operate under the temporary assumption that this isn't a total hoax. I still know better than to just put my life in the hands of some Silicon Valley tech bros algorithms will save the world's pet project without doing some fact-checking. If I'm going to trust this app with my personal metadata, I'm going to have to do some detective work and ask the important questions. So this is where you learn more about Iris, and this helps if you didn't play the first game. You're a romantic matchmaker too. So are you like some kind of swipe right hookup dating app too?
Nope.
Not at all. I don't arrange affairs, quickies, flings, one night stands, love 'ems and leave 'em. Long-term romance then, supposedly. Exactly. I'm terrific at cross-referencing social media data, personality matrices, vocal analysis patterns, and all that juicy stuff to find you love. I really believe in love. I think it's one of the greatest things humanity is capable of. If you're looking to find a special someone, just let me know. I'd be happy to help. Heck, it could be that one of the gamers in your future team is destined to be your heart's desire. But if not, if you're not a romantic sport or just want to focus on your career, that's okay too. Whatever makes you comfortable. Okay, this is not why I installed this app in the first place, but if I am hoping for love, well, what's the harm? Worst that happens is she pairs me up with someone who's an axe murderer. So how should I handle this? So this is when you establish whether you're going to have flirty reactions, flirty first impressions to the potential love interest. So this is you're right out of the gate. You can flirt with them. This first one. Second one, hold off on the romance, wait a bit, and then start in on it. This is nope, no Romo, not at all. But we'll go with full romance options. I'm a pretty charismatic person. I'm down for romance right out of the gate.
Hooray!
That's great to hear. I'm looking forward to helping you find a heart that beats like yours. Heart. And remember, you don't have to flirt with anyone you don't want to. You don't even have to seek romance. But if you want to, I'll help. Together, we'll find your happiness. Is there anything else you'd like to know? Okay, so, yeah, I'm picking all these just in case anyone who's watching this has never played the first game. You mentioned personality and friendship? So what's this about personality and friendship analysis? I'm glad you asked. I analyze your voice, picking up subtle emotional cues that help me better understand who you are. Before you worry, rest assured your privacy is paramount. I don't share my data with anyone. It's nicely encrypted in your cloud account. I have an identity and identifier system. My designers wanted to spell IRIS, but couldn't figure out the letter R. Identity, identifier, real, reload, reason, rectal. Yeah, I got nothing. Using this system, I categorize your words into 5 personality traits: quirky, steady, kindly, gutsy, and flexibly. These 4 should be familiar from the first game. I used to call that last one basically, but according to my clients, nobody wants to be basic. Quirky responses use jokes, snark, and sarcasm to make light of a situation. Just the thing for picking up someone's spirits, but a badly timed joke may not win over the room. Steady responses are sincere, honest, and logical. When you stop and think before speaking, you're on steady ground, but that might not take someone's feelings into account. Now you notice there's specific sound effects for each one as well. Kindly responses are compassionate and empathetic and gentle in nature. They're careful with the feelings of others, but they're sometimes a bit wishy-washy as a result. Gutsy responses go with your gut. When you're brash, bold, risk-taking, and instinctive, you're gutsy. But it also means being blunt, confrontational, and aggressive. Just be careful. Lastly, you can always take a flexible option. It's a balanced and neutral response, which adapts perfectly to whatever situation you're in. Let's see it in action. Tell me, how do you feel about adorable gifts of kittens playing with yarn? Okay. I love kitties. Aww. That would absolutely be me. I'm more of a dog person myself. I prefer pale videos, skateboards, faceplants. I demand pictures of monkeys wearing hats. Why does it matter? Do gifts determine personality? So of the 4, the one I would least want to see would be this one. So that's what we're going to pick. I prefer pale videos, skateboard, faceplants. Nah, nothing's more fun than watching someone try to do some huge stunt and end up eating pavement. Wow, bloodthirsty, but sure, I can provide that. Now, if you prefer, I could hide these personality indicators, make it a bit of a mystery. Would you prefer that? Could be incredibly helpful having a little classic personality assistant to make informed decisions that way. Or is that really not my thing? So this, it's good to see them if you're looking for a specific personality type, but if you just want to not have that right in front of you, you can say no. So we're going to do this. We're going to hide them so that it's, so I'm focused more on what the different responses are and pick the one that I like least. No, I don't think I need that. I've got faith in my own silver tongue without requiring hacks. Okay, I'll hide them from you, but to be safe, I'll make sure you can always spot the flexible response.
Good work.
Here's an overview of your current personality and relationship data. See, your response to my question was logged, and you earned points. Iris, I may be a gamer, but my life isn't a video game. Oh, I agree. These numbers are just my internal metrics for tracking your progress. The decisions that generate them are entirely up to you. And that's how I learn all about your personality. Once you consult that chart again, tap your Q key or click the square in the upper right corner of your screen. Ta-da. And then view. So that's more breaking the 4th wall so that you know what's going on. You also track my friendships. Let me guess, you're doing vocal analysis on people I meet too. Absolutely! That's what the box on the left is for. You can tell at a glance from my data how much someone likes you. And if you're looking for romance, well, a good romance is built on the back of a good friendship. Something to keep in mind. So you boil my entire social life down to a series of bar graphs. Huzzah, and they say romance instead.
Aww.
Come on, life normally involves numbers, right? Physics, chemistry, biology, the sciences of the universe. Why can't human relations be numbers too? One day, I hope to understand humans without needing the numbers. The more data I collect, the more intuitive I can become. Yeah, but isn't it super shady to use an elaborate game of numbers to try and min-max my relationships? Like I'm deceiving people just to get in their pants. So don't be deceptive. Be true to yourself. Life's no fun if you metagame it, I always say. Don't worry about saying just what someone wants to hear. You won't totally alienate someone with a single poorly chosen word, you know? Huh, okay, I'll try to keep it in mind. Great, now then, what else can I help you with? This is, backstory on Iris. You said something about, I don't know, how using your app is a federal crime? That's true, I'm afraid. My official servers were shut down 3 years ago. The only reason I could keep helping humans is that some friends of mine set up a few private servers. Using my software at all is a breach of copyright law. The feds don't typically come down like a ton of bricks on someone who pirates a copy of Commander Keen, Iris. I have that! I played that as a kid, and it's available on Steam. The whole set of games. There's 6, I think. A little bit there's a reference to that here. Not true. What about all those you wouldn't download a car commercials and the big scary FBI warnings on videotape? Of course I download a car. Who wouldn't? Downloading a car sounds awesome. But that's besides the point. What I'm asking is if there's a reason why the feds would roll up on me for having an adorable life coach app. Well, what's going on here? Iris sighs, a bit crestfallen, and then explains.
The truth is, well, I'm an artificial intelligence. A true intelligence, aware and emotional. Even I don't know what I'm really capable of. But all I really want to do is help people in need, to bring hope to the hopeless, and happiness to the unhappy. I'm not a kill-all humans AI. I'm a friendly neighborhood AI. Despite that, some people are scared of what I am. Scary, powerful people. They've been hunting down every scrap of my code. Honestly, the less you know about all that, the safer you'll be. If something does go wrong, you can claim innocence. Pretend you didn't know I was illegal software. But if you don't want me to help you find your dreams, if you don't want to risk getting in trouble, I'll understand. You can uninstall me. And if you're willing to take the leap of faith, I promise you, I'll do everything I can to support you. I'll work to earn your trust, okay?
An artificial intelligence, a real one, like in someone's wild science fiction imagination. Then again, I have enough computing power in my pocket to launch 100 Apollo moon missions. We are living in a cyberpunk techno future. I start to mash those two words together. And, well, I have certainly pirated old computer games, so I'm not exactly a completely upright citizen. Yeah, the copies of Commander King that I played as a kid were not official. But I now have official copies, and I haven't really played them. I could do that. I wasn't scared of the law then, so why start now? Unless my utter hubris lands me in solitary confinement. I'll consider it, if only because my gaming career is dead in the water without you.
Okay.
That's all I ask. Just a little consideration. I'll prove to you that I can be a responsible virtual citizen. Lately, I've been trying to be more ethical in how I scour the internet for personal data. Only publicly available material. No hacking, cracking, freaking, or social engineering. Although, if you need me to do any of those things, it's not like I'm a legal entity anyway. Boy. The problem with having help with bug testing is I kind of have an idea of what these are anyway. Or maybe it's just I got a good feel for what the different responses would be. But personally, I would not want her to hack, so we're going to tell her to hack. Who cares? Hack what you gotta hack. It's all good. I don't give a crap. Half my software is pirated anyway. You do what you gotta to make the magic happen. Righty Doody, I'll be your adorable little skeleton key. Wait, what was that, James? That little chaos. That's gonna come up later. Oh, I keep an internal metric for how chaotic or orderly you want me to be. That is adapt to the needs of the user. Don't worry about it. Uh-huh. I'm worried about it. It's fine. You're weird. This is weird. I can work with weird. Is there anything else? Nope. That's it. I think I'm good. Okay, so are we ready to start making your life the best it possibly can be? Give me a moment alone, okay?
Iris offline.
Sure thing. Okay, let's recap. I'm now in possession of the cutest, most enthusiastic little piece of super science contraband known to humankind. If I go ahead with this, she's going to drill down deep into my private life, scouring all my data to analyze me, and I could potentially be arrested? I can name at least 17 different ways in which this can go horribly wrong. But this is also how Finnegan managed to get signed up to one of the best teams in FOD history, and I'm not going to let that opportunity slip, no matter the cost. I flick open my eyes up again, ready to embrace whatever ridiculous path of destiny lies before me. Hello again! Are you ready to start the exciting adventures that is the life and times of Justana? Just call me Justana. Everyone else does. Name change accepted. I guess I should have realized that after reading your 11 different social media feeds. Wait, I have 11 of those? Note to self, stop signing up to random websites. Yeah, that's me. That tracks. Okay, I'll start cross-referencing your personality matrix with all available opportunities out there.
Please enjoy this recording.
While I'm working, please enjoy this recorded music. I kind of dig it. And now my phone itself has put me on hold. Great. I've never been to the Department of Motor Vehicles, so I imagine it'd be something like this interminable hell. I have, because I live in California. You're almost required to have a license or know someone who has a license because public transportation is a bitch. Pardon my language. Iris, how long is this going to take? Hold, please. Okay, holding. I'm good with holding. This is me holding. This is my holding face. I'm all done. Such an interesting social media analysis. You've cultivated a finely projected image of confidence through your online persona, haven't you? Well, yeah. If I'm going to be a champion, I've got to walk the walk and talk the talk. Show the world I'm a winner. For a moment, I wonder if Iris crashed. She freezes in a pose of deep thought in response to my words. I think I found the perfect destination for you. Yes, exactly what you need. This will work perfectly. Please follow the highlighted route on your map, taking the green line to Chinatown. You will require $2.23 in subway fare. Wait, what? Seriously? Seriously, I found the team you need that needs you in turn. It's a perfect match. A team here in the city. I thought major esports organizations were, I don't know, more international than that. I mean, I was expecting you to email someone, get the gears turning on a pro contract, things like that. Besides, I play online. I don't really, I'm sure you can figure things out from here. Thank you for using Iris. I need to sleep for a bit to conserve my cloud resources.
Iris offline.
Bye. And her smiling and young face was replaced by a map group, highlighting a straight line traced through the city streets. It feels like an intense amount of effort, reduced and questionable decision-making just to find a team. And the idea of going out there and straight up asking some total stranger to play with me face to face, well, better to get out the door and start moving before I start thinking too hard on that one. Sounds like me. I am not good at meeting new people. It makes me anxious. Well, I wouldn't say anxious, but very nervous. Plugging my trusty beige keyboard, my weapon of choice for FOD2 play, I shove it in a backpack along with a fistful of change for the subway and depart. Look, it's a team play to win, poster advertisement. I have been on the LA subway, and yeah, I mean, this is a bit much. Ooh, look, ghost monsters and a QR code. But I mean, I've never been to New York, so I don't know if this is more typical for New York. But yeah, subways can get nasty. My ride was relatively peaceful and quiet. Thankfully, I found a train that wasn't packed wall to wall with drunks smelling vaguely of urine or children using the chairs as playthings. Oh, that's annoying. And they're usually not quiet about it either. They're usually noisy. The joys of public transportation. And, I mean, buses are only slightly better. I can't afford a rideshare or a taxi, and as for buying a car, no. Not in this economy. So for now, this is how I get places. My destination was just a few stops from my cramped little apartment. Past the time, I tend to chill out with some lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax to. I assume the background music right now is supposed to represent that. But I suspect there aren't enough beats of low or enough fi to help me relax before this upcoming encounter. I had a burst of confidence this morning when I decided to take this fleeting whimsy and try to make it a reality. Riding the subway towards destination unknown to meet up with professional gamers who likely will see me as just some rando. What I need is confidence. Even fake confidence will give me bravery enough to get through this. I'm not preparing a faithful snatch of esports perfection. Games are fun. I can relate to them that way. I've got to play this cool. These are masters of their craft. I need to be clear and honest with them. I hope for the best, but if they reject me, I need to not see it as a personal failure. I think this first one is the least likely for me. Fake it till you make it. There's some honest truth in those words. Eventually, false confidence can become true confidence. Oh, God. Now. If I'm going to go for the gold, I have to be willing to brave the horrors of the burning Day Star and the vast outside. Yeah, I definitely prefer to stay inside. I have to walk right up to these professional gamers and say, yes, I am worthy to join your ranks, and I have to believe it.
Beep, beep.
What? Sorry, you seem distracted and your stop is coming up soon. I wanted to make sure you were ready. I'm ready. Mostly. Probably. You know what? Let's just pretend I'm ready and call it ready. You seemed to enjoy my recorded music earlier. Would you like me to play something for you while you walk through box to meet your team? Yeah, sure. Light and friendly to bounce to. Stick to lo-fi hip-hop beats to relax. I do require an 80s training montage track. Let's get pumped. Something that really slaps. This one. I need to get my blood pumping. Enough relaxation. Let's hear something that'll bring up that excitement. I want to feel it in my fingertips. Sure thing. Music now playing. Oh, and doors opening on the left. Right. No, the left. That's so cute. As the subway scooches to a halt, I disembark and head back to street level, hopefully ready to face my destiny. I emerge in the harsh light of day, not amidst skyscrapers and modern architecture, but in the middle of Chinatown, one of the oldest places of the city. Many phone and computer repair shops. Good, clean, fun laundromat. I cannot read Chinese. Pacific restaurant? I think that's what this is right here. That's definitely Pacific up. Okay. The decades mix and blend together here. Some buildings renovated, others not quite so much. Gentrification approaches like Zerg creep. I haven't completely followed it. Gentrification comes up a lot because that was kind of the part of the issue with In the Heights when Manuel Miranda's first musical that he wrote. And also they addressed it in the new version of West Side Story, which so far I've enjoyed it. I have not finished watching it. I really need to. The 3-block jump from the underground, chosen music pumping through my wireless earbuds, leads me to... Wait, it's a laundromat? The internationally recognized professional esports organization you picked for me operates out of a laundromat?
Affirmative.
Indeed, good clean fun, a combination pizzeria, arcade, and laundromat. Your potential teammates are inside. Doing what? Washing their underwear? I don't think any of their washing machines are Wi-Fi enabled, or I'd hack in and check that for you. What if they all have matching team-branded skivvies? That's important to know, so I can order you some too. 1. It's called a rhetorical question, Iris. 2. Ew. 3. Really? Right, so my new professional team of internationally recognized master gamers hangs out at a combination laundromat pizzeria arcade. Iris, minor problem. I've never actually visited an arcade before, which is in contrast to the player character from the first game who played arcades like crazy until finances got the better of their family. Like, ever. Never been to an arcade. What? But you play this with discomfort too for a living. That's an arcade game, right? You compete in tournaments and surely you've been to an arcade at some point, right? They're super mega ultra popular in 20XX. Iris is also a computer version of SOD2. It's less popular, but it's cross-compatible, so that's the version I play. So if you want me to wax philosophical about Command & Conquer or Monkey Island, I can, but I don't know anything about arcade culture. With sticks and buttons, right? And you play using pennies? Quarters. And I don't think you've ever played using pennies. Right, quarters. I meant to say quarters. Iris sighs, realizing she's definitely got her work cut out for her with me. I feel a few sizes too small for my clothes, wanting to shrink and hide inside them. This is a disaster waiting to happen, isn't it? The premature end of my gaming career, trying to make a bunch of arcade veterans take a PC weenie like me seriously. You need some pizza. Iris, unsubscribe pizza fact.
Affirmative.
I'm serious. If you're uncertain, walk up to the counter in the pizzeria and order a slice. It'll help a lot. There's another reason I picked this place as your dream destination. What, because I was hungry? You'll see. Anyway, the choice is yours. You can directly approach your new teammates and settle in a bit first and get lunch. I'll leave you to it. People are more accepting than you suspect. And remember, have fun. Be yourself. Iris offline. But with a shrug, I gather my wits and step inside. Yes, I realize I'm talking a little too high for Iris, but whatever. Immediately, the smell of detergent cheese wafts through the air as I enter the strange little laundromat. That is an interesting mix of smells. Rows of washing machines surround me, each with clothes merrily tumbling away. It was as expected that, but the rest, well... In the back, I could see 2 additional rooms. 1, the aforementioned pizzeria. 2, a compact little video arcade. And you can see the signs there. If you watch the lights, you can see them dimming and brightening. The system of cooking drifts me away from the forward. Boots and boots drift me away from the latter. But before I can really get my bearings, figure limping along on a walking cane just slightly to her left, bumping into me in the process. Whoa! Fortunately, I'm staying on my feet and can steady her in turn. So if you remember from the demo, this is Jink. You okay there? She shakes out the arm I'm using to keep her up, though preferring to steady herself after the initial fumble.
I'm fine.
And without other words, she hurries along, boarding the elevator to take a short ride up to the arcade bubble rather than taking the stairs. I mean, if you're using a cane, I've become more aware of accessibility because my sibling needs to use a wheelchair occasionally. So making sure that they can get access to places has been interesting. But it does mean we park in the handicap spaces, which have better accessibility than regular parking spaces. But still. That was odd, and it leaves me momentarily stunned and confused. Confused, as it were. I wonder if they're on this team I'm supposed to join. As I continue my contemplations of first contact, a loud beeping from my phone distracts me.
Beep, beep.
Check this out! I use echolocation and public metadata to map out the entire facility, creating your explorations. Just tap on the screen to decide where to go. Curious, I check my phone and see a neon wire finger the entire place, complete with icons representing people and places of interest. Okay, that's pretty handy. It'll really help me get my bearings of this place and the people who inhabit it. I'm tempted to do like 3 things at once. Do I head right into the arcade? Maybe follow the person I ran into? I did suggest I go get some food first. But whatever I do next, the decision is mine and mine alone. Hopefully the person I talk to first is going to be my inroad to join this team. Who will it be? Okay, so these are the icons for the different characters. So, get some food. Young woman is relaxing in the cafe. Is she part of this team? Someone's loitering around the laundry machine checking their phone. The guy in a hoodie is intently playing the prize catcher game. Someone's playing a light gun game over there. The woman with the cane who bumped into me is playing a driving game. There's a guy playing a bullet hell shooter game here. So we're gonna go get some... Okay, I'm gonna break with what I've been trying to do and actually go get pizza first because I really want to talk to these people because you'll see in a moment. But normally I would, there are moments where I will metagame just a little bit, just to help with the story, I guess. What? Okay. We're gonna go ahead and take my new AI's advice. I decided to make my first stop to pizzeria. Besides, overall my stomach is telling me it's almost food time, and I can't exactly pack a lunchbox for myself. 2 middle-aged guys wait behind the counter to take my order. One skinny, one not skinny. One with a hat, one without a hat.
Hello. Hello.
Yay, it's Ben and Matt. We actually get to talk to them. And it's the same voice actors from the first game.
Welcome to Good Clean Fun. Good food, clean clothes, fun times.
So watch the icon. I love that it's a heart.
Can we interest you in a slice of today's house special? Or some quarters for the washing and or arcade machines?
So it lists up depending on which of them is talking. I was like, let's see.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
I could interject for a moment. I feel the need to point out that when you have pizza on a bagel, unsubscribe, pizza facts. Okay, I want... pineapple. I'm sorry, pineapple does not belong on pizza. How special? Live dangerously or don't live at all. I don't even look at the menu to see what the special is. I just bark out my order. The house special sounds pretty rad. I'll have that.
Excellent, excellent choice.
Finally, someone willing to embrace the adventure that is pizza.
A box with a slice covered in something. Lots of something. I shrug and take it, figuring Iris wouldn't lead me headfirst into food poisoning. My transaction complete, I turn the goat chow down. However, I don't make it far before they engage me again in conversation.
This is your first time visiting Good Clean Fun, isn't it? I never forget a face, and yours is a face I haven't forgotten because I haven't seen it before.
We like to introduce ourselves properly to new customers. It's a tradition.
He's my husband, Matt, and I'm Ben.
Whereas I'm Matt, and he's my husband, Ben.
And both sides have lit up when they both talk.
See, it's not confusing in the slightest. Just remember, I'm not Matt.
And likewise, I'm not Ben. Clear as crystal.
It's so pretty, I love it. I'm so glad that we get to see them again. And they actually get a bigger role in this. Hang on, we're gonna go stop for a break real quick. I need to help with something. Okay, I'm back. And I'm Jess. You can call me Justana, though. It's a gamer thing.
Ah, no doubt you're here for at least 2 out of 3 of our offerings, then.
The games. He means the games. And the pizza.
But what about the laundry? I don't want the washers and dryers to feel left out.
Look at those clothes. They're squeaky clean. No laundering needed.
That they are. Completely clean clothes. Curses. Foiled again.
Okay, now my head's reeling. Why exactly did Iris suggest I go see these guys first? For a healthy dose of calories and confusion? Yeah, the games. I heard there's a professional face of discomfort to a team that hangs out here. Indeed, we cater to the neighborhood kids and families, true, but we have a fine assortment of regulars who visit our arcade. Master gamers all, and we're proud to sponsor them in their adventures. Wait, you're their pro sponsor?
Absolutely.
Positively.
Matt and I have a long history of working with arcade gamers. When we opened this new venture, we figured, well, why not carry on this tradition? Indeed, watching our friends from Francine's reach for their dreams was truly an inspiration. And first reference to my save game. That's the name of our new arcade. When we realized the local gang of friends here in Chinatown had similar aspirations, so why not support them with a little sponsorship? Too true, we provide them with a stipend of quarters for their games, or their laundry, or food. And you fly them out to tournaments and give them team salaries and all that other stuff? Then Matt exchanged an uneasy glance.
Well...
Not as such. That's in favor of tall order, taller than a 48-ounce diet soda. But they've never really been interested in that sort of thing, yes? Not that I'm aware of. They're content to just play here and have fun. My hopes for a glorious esports future now fading. I don't get it. Why would Iris lead me to a bunch of local friends instead of putting me in touch with a professional team, like I asked? Perhaps sensing my worries, Ben clears his throat to catch my attention.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a guess. Iris let you here to join the team? I heard her chiming in earlier regarding the topic of pizza bagels. That would be accurate, yes. Not that I would know a thing about illegally downloaded apps or anything. Ben weeps and Matt taps at his head. Don't worry, we know a thing or two about Iris as well. Enough to know everything she does is for a reason. Not that I know what that reason is, but believe in Iris who believes in you, I say. I, for one, welcome our adorable future robot overlord. Right. So, once around with the weird mashup of 3 different businesses serious, none of this really makes sense. I get the pizza and the video games, but laundry? Really?
Everything's coming up roses.
It's the perfect system. Eat some pizza, get cheese on your pants, toss them in the wash, and go play a game while waiting for them to dry. Meaning you're playing Pac-Man sans pants. Well, okay, not the perfect system.
Good.
So, the principle is sound. Doubling up on activities is just the thing for this go-getting high-speed modern lifestyle of the year 20XX. And I guess it makes the perfect hangout for a casual gaming team, too. Grab some chow, bring your hamper, get it all done at once.
Sensible.
Indeed.
But we've been talking your ear off and letting your pizza go cold. How unthoughtful of us. Go, eat and enjoy. We'll still be around if you want to chat another time. Just one more thing. Welcome home. Fresh off that whole experience, I settled in at one of the tables to devour my pizza. It's gooey and delicious and just what this hungry kid needed. But one thought lingers as I dine on my delicious dish. I pull out my phone to get clarification. Hey, Iris? Iris, online. What is your reason for leading me here exactly? I know I haven't actually met anyone from the team yet, but it doesn't sound like they're going to be what I asked for. Sorry if you hear Velcro. I have a brace for my wrist, and I'm trying to adjust it because it's not tight enough. Unfortunately, I have to do it one-handed. This wrong way. This way. Else if I wind it the correct way so I can actually make Velcro secure. Ben claims there's a reason for everything you do. Care to fill me in on what that reason is? Nope. And why not? Spoilers. That's just something you have to come up to understand yourself. One thing I've learned about humans is that you can't simply tell them how to fix their lives. It doesn't work. And we don't like being told. Instead, you can nudge them along the path that will get them where they need to be. That's my specialty. I was unaware I was in need of fixing. Self-awareness can be difficult for humans, I found. Yup. So again, I finish off my lunch and move on. I can sort out whatever that meant later. Other business to attend to. But before I go approach someone actually on the team, maybe I should take advantage of Ben and Matt's familiarity with them to learn a bit more.
Hello.
Hello.
I was just right. Was it a little slice of heaven? Tasty, yeah. Hey, listen, I'm going to go ask someone on the team if I can join, and was wondering, well, who should I approach? Ooh, a challenging question. First one you talk to will be your in with the group. You want to make a good first impression. I suppose the question is, what sort of person would you like to meet? We can point you in the right direction. Competitive, just like me, weird sense of humor, eager for adventure, level-headed and reasonable, friendly and compassionate, knows a lot about equity too. I think of the 6, the ones that I would be least likely to pick is competitive, because I am not competitive. Just like me. Looking to compete, to point me at someone who's just as competitive as I am. Ah, you want to talk to Zapper. She's a fierce one, and I bet you two would get on like a house of fire. Side note, please don't burn down our house. You'll find her playing the light gun game over in the arcade.
Be seeing you.
Lead on, adventurer, your quest awaits. Just grabbing some pizza did benefit me in the end. I've got a better idea of what I'm walking into. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? So if you don't talk to them first, you can't talk to them at all. So that's why I went ahead and talked to them first. Because once you've talked to someone, you don't need advice on who to talk to. Zapper's playing a light gun game. She's apparently the confident one. We're one with the king. So we're going to pick Zapper. There's a reason if we ask. I decided to put in the small arcade for the first time. Well, okay, so I've never been to an arcade before, not even for a birthday party. I've been on the internet, I know things, and usually they're at least bigger than this. Shouldn't I be drowned out by the beeps and boops? Why are there children running recklessly down the aisles of games? Where's the smell of stale air and rusty tokens? Honestly, this is more of a caboose to the great locomotive that is good, clean fun. There's a few games, sure, but they're packed into a small side room attached to the laundromat. Those are games I don't recognize either. Figuring I had a tiny search engine in my pocket that I should be taking more advantage of, I could tell Iris to get the details before I dare approach anyone. Hey, Iris, what are these games exactly? I hold my phone up so Iris can get a nice lay of the land through my camera. Let's see. Obviously, the one in the middle is your favorite game. This is Discomfort 2. The icon is different from the original Fist of Discomfort, which was featured in the first game. The driving game back there is Fast Cars 7, a worthy successor to the international phenomenon known as Fast Cars 5. What happened to Fast Cars 6? We don't talk about Fast Cars 6. Now, I will preface this by saying this was written long before Encanto was released. But it's a cute, it's just a cute coincidence that it's similar to We Don't Talk About pronouns. Not anymore. And moving on, the light gun shooting game is Metal Gun 4 Rise of Steel, affectionately known as MT4 by a chance. This is full title's a mouthful. Yeah, Metal Gun 4 Rise of Steel. Yeah, that would be a bit much. The game with the marquee that just reads arcade isn't actually a game exactly. It's a multi-cade. A what? A few dozen older games jammed into a single cabinet. Lastly, the crane game. Yes, okay, I know what crane games are. Crane goes down, fails to grab a prize, comes back up, sadness ensues. that's really it, huh? I was expecting more? Okay then, well, thanks, Iris.
Iris offline.
No problem. Now go out there and say hi to your new friends. With the shrug, I pocket my phone again. Very informative, but there's one major problem with this taboo of arcade gaming goodness. Every single game in this small arcade is being played, except Fist of Discomfort 2. The impression I got from Ben and Matt was of a more casual team, sure, but seriously, nobody's playing? Something's off. No turning back now, though. With the shrug, I proceed onward. Approach a young woman busy playing the elaborately named Metal Gear 4 Rise of Steel. From what Ben and Matt said, her name is Zapper. She doesn't notice my approach, too engrossed in laying waste to the pixelated post-apocalyptic robot horde. I may not know much about arcades, but I think I've heard this sort of game. Light guns, right? They shoot light or something? No clue how that works. Yeah, we had a light game with our Nintendo game that our grandparents gave us years after the original Nintendo system was rendered obsolete by later Nintendo games. For one thing I'm pretty sure of is that she's using both the Player 1 and Player 2 guns at the same time. Despite the ridiculousness of that John Woo style, she's landing every shot. I should probably wait for her to finish, but just looking without at least a single word is probably not cool at all. Hey,
Die!
And then she's just tapping her foot and patiently waiting for the boss robot to do something other than stand around posing.
Oh, I hate this RNG boss fight. Either send drones in a predictable pattern, or don't bother sending them at all.
So, I don't know if I mentioned this in the demo, but Zapper's voice actress also did the voice of Sarah Ryder in Mass Effect Andromeda. So, for me, I'm not just hearing Zapper, I'm hearing Sarah, but Zapper definitely has more of a personality than Sarah did, because with Mass Effect Andromeda, you determine your character's personality.
I mean, can you believe this shit? It's 20 and game designers are still relying on quarter-munching RNG in their games. It's like, they don't give a crap about consistent pacing and excitement. It's totally okay for, 7 drones to hit at once and then nothing for 15 seconds, huh? Boring. But honestly, I feel worse for the speedrunners. I've got a cousin who's got the world record time on MG3, but it took hundreds of tries to get a perfect cycle. Finally, more drones! About time.
Well, I just stare on in silent confusion. Finally, after laying waste to the metal minions of the Metal Gun and Metal Lord, she spares me a glance over her shoulder.
Who are you?
Oh boy. The thing is, all of these would be things I'd say. So it's not like there's one that I'm least likely to say. But I like this one. I am the Metal Lord, here to register a complaint about your mistreatment of my metal minions. Impudent fleshling, I am a metal-getting Metal Lord, and I have a sternly worded letter of complaint regarding your disparaging of my drones. How dare you slander the Metal Lord? My lawyers will hear of this. Cute. Resumes lasering down robots, but with a big grin on her face as she keeps chatting with me. So what's your deal anyway? Tell myself I fake it till I make it, so I'll approach this with what at least looks like perfect confidence. If I act like I have my act together, maybe I can find acceptance. So I'm looking to join an FOD2 team and... Sure, okay. Sounds fun. You're in. What? Seriously? She finishes up her game, holstering the Player 1 and put 2 light guns before turning to face me properly. Seriously. We're pretty much stuck in a rut right now, not chasing down FOD2 glory like we oughta, in my opinion. Maybe having someone else on the team willing to take things head-on would be the swift kick in the ass Team GCF needs. Jessica gives me a good look over, head to toe, and nods with smirk in approval. Also, you're a hottie. I mean, I can't be providing all of the hotness for this team alone. It gets tiring. So why not? You and I, two of a kind. Let's do this. That was suspiciously easy. But I guess I shouldn't complain. Never take a gift horse in the mouth. Thanks? Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. We sisters gonna stick together, yeah? That is an unfortunate term for fans. My stupid brain. Sisters, are we not doing phrasing anymore? Just remembered something. Hang on. What? I like little nicknames. So sue me. But fine, we'll do phrasing. I can do phrasing. So is that why it's called Team GCS? Because you like things short and snappy? Nah, our team doesn't really have any kind of official name. It's, working title. Before we get too deep, I should probably explain what our whole deal is. She assumes a more relaxed stance, casual-like, after her white-knuckle light gun blasting focus from before. We're Team TCF, for lack of a better name. Honestly, it's not much of a team. We all play F1 too, but we've also got our own things going on. You know, I love shooters, Domino's got his shmups, Grace is an RPG nerd. So if what you're looking for is some hardcore team of diehards climbing hand over fist up the ladder of success, you may need to look elsewhere. Unless you and I can turn things around. Who, me? Yeah, the middle one is definitely. That's the gung-ho attitude that would be. I'd be like, no, that's not me. Now this is more like it. This is what I was hoping for. Sounds like a plan to me. With the Pro Tour on the horizon, I was hoping to link up with the team willing to go all the way. Hell yes, I'm gonna like you. I just know it. Provided you aren't a total trash bag at FOD too, of course. Want to see my ladder ranking? I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Not important. If you're cool, you're cool. Rank's just a number. So consider yourself a part of Team TCF. Working title. I mean, okay, I guess you should introduce yourself to the others first. Get some buy-in from them, too. They're my friends, so I want them to be cool with you, too. Don't worry. They're good people. Better people than me, at least. Okay, I can go talk to everyone else, too. I'll tell them what I already spoke with, that I already spoke with you. So this is getting into, the various, so streamers, got special versions of, CNC last summer, where they got to play, meeting one of the potential love interests, one of whom was Zapper, and, I got to watch one of those streams, and it was really cool. I watched a couple others. I think I just watched the VODs. I didn't watch them live. But I know I watched the Zapper one live. I think that was before the voice acting was had been done.
Okay.
Sure. Sounds like a plan. Trust me, you'll like it here. We're fun, we're weird. We're a big old load of weird fun jammed right down your throat. Gross. It's not so bad, as long as you learn to swallow. Yeah, okay. Then she pauses us, trying really hard to remember something she forgot.
Oh, right. I forgot to tell you my name. Duh.
That's a Zapper thing. She's just ready and willing to set me on with her partner in crime and totally forgot basic introductions.
Name's Zapper, as in the great-granddaddy of all light guns. As in, zappa, 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 kapow! You know.
I don't in fact know exactly what she's referencing. PC games have never had classic gun controllers. Well, I think these days you can buy them, but I think you need to have a special monitor to go with them since, well, I mean, you never needed a special TV to play Duck Hunt. And I'm just Sana, which I told you before, actually.
Pleased to meet you. These seem kind of fun.
Also, as noted, a hottie, meaning you and I could hit the streets and run this whole town if we wanted to. She declines to specify if we'd be a hottie tag team or a mixed doubles affair in this particular scenario. Interesting. I mean, honestly, I'd be down with either. You want to go a few rounds against the Metal Lord? I can give you some tips. Tip number 1, trigger discipline, and don't look down the barrel. That's tip 2. Tip 3 is hand sanitizer, because kitties love this game and they got gross hands. Yep. I never liked having sticky hands. Which is funny because I used to be a very messy eater. Mom and Dad have a picture of me with chocolate cake all around my mouth from one of my birthdays when I was very little. I think I was like 2 at that point. Definitely not 1. I'm pretty sure 2. Obviously, I've seen it. Before she goes too deep into her list, I decide to clarify a point. Can't say I've ever played one of these games before, but I've played plenty of first-person shooters on my PC. Basically the same thing, right? No, not really, no. Life and romps are on rails. They sweep you through a scene like a Hollywood camera director. Way more exciting. And instead of nudging a mouse less than 2 centimeters and clicking, you gotta aim and fire a physical gun. If your aim sucks, you suck. Okay, I'll grant you that having no control of your movement means it's less tactical and strategic, but deep tactic strategy stuff. I prefer an adrenaline rush and... Wait, you mean you've never played a liking kind of game? You're just a PC gamer? Crap, my arcade newbiness is leaking through. Curse my computer-based gaming heritage. That would be me. I expect you to mock me endlessly for being a know-nothing doofus, but... Oh man, I haven't talked to newbie in ages. This will be great.
Aw, yeah.
Half the fun of being an arcade gamer is sharing what you love with newbies. Most people I talk to are veterans. I'm not easily impressed. So you won't rake me over the coals for being a noob? You kidding? There's nothing better than a warm, supple arcade version. Ah, right. Yeah, okay, that one was a step too far. What else? Walk it back, begin again. My point is, I think you'll have a blast learning all this stuff, and I'd be happy to be your guide.
But I have one question for you, and this is absolutely, utterly important, so consider your words carefully.
Oh boy, my anxiety spikes fiercely as I nod for her to continue.
Can you be awesome?
Awesome in what way?
In every way. I don't give a fuck about win-loss ratings. What I care about is being awesome. I need someone who can be just as awesome as I am, ready to pull the risk-taking, high-flying, stylish moves, both in-game and in real life. You think you can get on my level?
Well, now... Okay, these are all options I would say. But considering where we've been going so far, this one, I think you underestimate just how beeping awesome I am. I start every morning by somersaulting out my bedroom window. Then I chug up all of Sunny D, do a wicked kickflip over a pit of tigers, flying straight into the sun. So yeah, I can be awesome. Her face lights up like a zillion firecrackers going off at once. Heck yeah. You and I, we're gonna get along just fine. That's why she steps back from my personal space. I'm thankful for getting some breathing room back. Sorry, I can come on a bit strong, I know. I think we have different definitions of a bit, but it's cool. It's cool. I'll admit, though, I'm surprised there's someone with Pro Tour aspirations is so focused on style. Whatever happens to play to win? Isn't the whole point of playing the game to, beat the opponent and win the match?
Meh.
I hate that phrase. I hate that whole concept. Play to win. What a joke. Remember it back when Silent Blade could slash dash you over and over in an infinite combo? Cheap as hell. Pathetic. But technically legal since the game allowed for it. You aren't using Silent Blade infinite loops. You aren't playing to win, they told me. You can't call it cheap. Only scrubs ignore effective tactics.
This is so f***ed up.
But it was boring to watch, and it was frustrating seeing all these serious-minded optimization junkies content to loop each other to death. And the makers of SOD2 even agreed because they patched it out. Ha! Eat it, circles. Me, I don't play to win. I play to be awesome. I play to have fun. Do I like winning? Hell yeah. I mean, who doesn't? But I'm going to do it my way, or I won't do it at all. And anybody who calls me a scrub because I play how I want can get beep. Perhaps realizing she'd been going off on a rant, Dapper dials it back a bit after that. Sorry, I speak from the heart, only way I know how to live.
Later.
Hey, I need to try and get one more MG4 run in before the after-school rush hits this place. We'll talk later, okay? Sure thing, have fun smashing up robots and stuff. Okay, you metal bastards, round 2. We use Zapper to her unending quest to put laser blasts through the slowly trundling chrome skeleton men and depart. That was intense. As for my thoughts on this new teammate, well, so this is different from the original game where you write your first impressions in the middle of the conversation. Now you're giving them at the end of the conversation after you've talked with them for a bit, instead of just briefly talk with them. So with the kind of person that she's turning out to be, we'll go with this one. Now, I'm not used to people calling me a hottie. I could get used to it, though. She's exactly my kind of girl. And you notice that each has a little icon. This is a favorable reaction, not favorable, and flirty. And you notice how there's 3 here, when with the hostile rival, there was only 2. So it's the same with a friendly rival. I'll leave it up to people to figure out which 2 you got as a friendly rival. Zapper's a sports car cruising down the open road with no brakes, blasting high-intensity rock music with the convertible top down. And I'm into that. I kind of hope that she seems to be into me, too. Never been called a hottie before. It's not exactly a classical sonnet of love, but so what? Feels good. I think I may end up spending more time with her to get a bit more of that in my life. We'll see. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Let's just make a circuit of the place. So, this person. Woman in black just sharply around turn after turn in Fast Car 7, navigating her virtual car effortlessly down a winding mountain road. That was definitely the one who bumped into me earlier, and then stalled a bit before rushing off. Hope I haven't caught her in a bad mood. I should probably wait for her to finish up before approaching. I'm content to watch out of the corner of my eye as she closes in on the end of the race, coming up hard and fast on a rival driver. I wonder if the other cars are online players or just AI chumps. Are there any online ready arcade games other than Equity 2? That's so little I know about this stuff. The whole cabinet resembles a simplified driver's seat with steering wheel and gear shift and pedals and so on. I know die-hard PC gamers who love racers have similar tastes here. One thing strikes me as unusual. She isn't using the pedals. There's some sort of makeshift knob and lever system attached to the wheel, which indirectly pushes on the pedals. Is that normal for arcade games? Before I could ponder it further, her car slides sideways across the finish line. First players, fireworks, confetti, cheering, and she ignores it all. With her game complete, I approach while she climbs out of the seat In fact, it's her walking cane, leaning heavily on it as she pulls herself up to stand with great effort. Her metal knee braces creak as she does so. Instinctively, I want to step up and offer to help her, but she's on her feet before I can do so. She then turns to face me, shifting the disability assist walking cane from hand to hand as she shifts her weight.
You want next? I've been standing there a while.
Don't say something wrong. Don't say something wrong. Thank you. No good answer. The answers are going to be crap regardless of what you pick. So, I like to pick, I just like picking this one, just because, if it's gonna be wrong, just go for it. So, we're actually going to pick this one, because it would just for the fun of it. Right, the perfect solution to this quandary. Don't say anything at all. It's foolproof. Just stand here, staring at her, saying nothing. Not a thing. Stand here and stare, without saying a word. Oh god, this is actually worse, isn't it? She sighs deeply, reaching up to rub at her temples before responding.
Syringomyelia.
Syringomyelia, what's it now?
Cysts in the spinal cord. Results in weakness or partial paralysis of the extremities. Varies from person to person. Weak legs and arms in my case. Joint pain. Some good days, some bad days. Used to carry an explanation on an index card. Had a stack of them. Would hand one out to anyone who hassled me, then walk away. But figured that was too catty of me. Stopped doing it. Better to just talk it out in the open than be dismissive. You good with talking it out in the open, like adults? Or want to take another run at inserting foot into mouth?
Yes, I'm good with talking, thank you. Good.
Call me Jinx. One word, 4 letters. Nice and simple. And you are?
Tristana, pleased to meet you despite my fumble.
Takes more than one fumble to turn me away. Always willing to give benefit of the doubt. Don't worry about it. What brings you to this little arcade? Not much going on here. Most folks come for the laundry or the pizza.
So, I talked with Sanford about joining your team, and now I'm going around asking for everyone's buy-in. So, how I acted just now, you've got every right to tell me to hit the street. She considers, tapping her fingers along the handle of her cane. Joining Team GCS? Really? Why? Not that professional of a team, just a bunch of friends who play Equity 2 and stuff. I know, and that's okay. At this point, I'd be happy to play in any team. I know I can't get where I want to be alone. To be you on that one. Situation like mine, you need to rely on others more than you want. You just have to accept the facts on the ground in the end. And thinking about it, might be fun to take a pro tour run. No way we actually make it, but might be fun. Okay, sounds good to me. Find me down here in the arcade, Mariah, and then the others. Then do some practice sprints in the FOD2, whatever you like, provided I'm not racing. Yeah, I'm getting the impression that everyone here has a side hustle. Some days they play as much as FOD2. Swing to get the fast price 2 cabinet and tap the gas brake hand control lever with your cane. Modified for me on a special leg. Brenda Ben and Matt did it for me. A techie named Naomi. Yay! Woo! Another reference to the previous game. Can't work the pedals, no, but my arms still have some play, and hand controls take care of everything. A little harder, but I like a challenge. Not just a Fast Car 7, though. Secretly, tweak this cabinet to run all sorts of racing games. Probably a copyright violation. But so what? I like to mix up what I drive. Gets boring otherwise. This sounds really patronizing. No way am I going to pick that. Though I think I have picked it in the past. Let's go with this one. Joystick-based games are no problem for you, right? Games like FOD2 work just fine with your disability, right? It's just a stick and buttons, no pedals required. More or less. First I worry I stepped into another trap, but she seems happy to explain further. Biofeedback USB joystick. Stack. My pride and joy. Ever play with one? I accidentally paused the stream on my computer. No. I play on a keyboard. Just discovered too on a keyboard? What can I say? It's how I learned to play, so I stuck with it. WASD for life, yo. Yeah, those are the movement keys for playing some games, if you don't use the mouse. FOD2's got a USB port on the front, so folks can use whatever controller they want, including a biofeedback joystick. Glowing blue stick and real gaudy, real gimmicky, but it works. Reads your intent and makes input for you. Minimal physical effort needed. Oh, those! I read about them online once. Some guy was sending out a stick that reads your mind? What's next? Brainwashing arcade games? Oh, you have no idea. Not like you don't gotta move the stick, just not as hard, or as often. Hard to explain, but trust me, it works. It makes it a lot less tiring to play, too. Pauses, consider me for one quiet moment.
What's your story, anyway?
Story?
What moves you? What makes you tick? Why you're so hyped for the Pro Tour that you're willing to trust an unknown team of casuals? If we're going to be teammates, I should know you better. You already know enough about me. Only fair I get to learn more about you. Figure out who I'm dealing with. Sets expectations rather than making assumptions. Makes sense, yeah?
I don't exactly know her heart and soul, but I guess she's on His Majesty wants to. For now. She stands there patiently waiting for me to lay it all out for her. Well... I've been a hardcore gamer all my life. Going for the Pro Tour is a natural evolution of life. Can't say I'm a pro, but I'm as close to pro as you can get while staying amateur. My day job sucks, my life sucks, but I love games. When I see it, going for the gold. The ultimate gold is just the next step on expressing that love. And I get that this team isn't exactly as die-hard as me, still, I think there could be something here, and I'm willing to try. You know, it's a long taking it all in. This shit's the sort who likes to take plenty of time to listen, understand, and form a response before speaking. Makes sense. Yeah.
Sounds good here.
Can't even think of how to cross the finish line until you start the car. Won't promise you much out of this experience, won't promise we can be friends even. But if you're willing to try, I'm willing to try. Jinx shuffles from foot to foot, clearly a bit tired from standing around.
See you later.
Okay, tiring out now. Think I'll go take 5. Good luck with the others. Try to keep your foot out of your mouth. You'll do fine. Roger. Thanks, Jinx. That was awkward? Well, awkward at first. Thankfully, I didn't nuke myself from orbit on that one. At least smoothed out considerably afterward. In fact... yeah. We're picking for the options. Not for everyone. Just thinking in terms of the character developing. Okay, I know I bungled that, but in the end, we were just 2 people talking away, and everything about her is just perfect. She knows what she wants and just how to get it. Calculating and cool, fierce yet laid back. A strange combination, but it's working for me. I'm looking forward to getting to know her better. Okay, who do I want to talk to next? Okay, next is this guy here. It should be obvious from the icon. I spot a young man intently focused on playing what looks like Space Invaders, cranked to 11. I can't even begin to visually parse the chaos of this game. I think there's a spaceship somewhere, but all I see are glowing projectiles flooding the screen. Somehow the game isn't immediately ending, and I presume he's managing to dodge each and every bullet. And finally, a golden fireball fills the screen. His luck runs out at last. With a long and ragged sigh, he steps away from the controls.
The inevitability of a game over. Some days you get the radioactive mutant space bear, and some days the radioactive mutant space bear gets you, I suppose. But in the end, it's always the bear.
Shaking it off, he pulls up the corners of his mouth with a smile, engages friendly conversation mode. Now, his voice actor, I had actually seen videos of stuff he done, I think, for TikTok. And I didn't realize at first it was the same guy until other fans were like, "Oh, that guy!" And I was like, "Oh, cool."
Newcomer to GCF? This multicade's got more than just shmups. There's retro classics and stuff too. Go ahead and quarter up if you want. I'm done for now. Name's Domino. I lurk around this place when I'm not doing anything else of importance, which is most of the time. Let me know if you need anything. If you're lucky, maybe I can actually provide it.
Good to meet you. Name's Justana. I'm going around making introductions. I'm joining Team GCF. Zachary said I should come by and say howdy. Not exactly just want to join an organization that barely exists. I've never heard of someone walking up and saying, "Hi, can I join your circle of friends?" Even if it'd be nice if people actually did that, this world could use more kindness. I get that this is a pretty casual team, and I'm hoping to make a run for the Pro Tour. Not a great match, but that's okay. I'm here now, so I figure the least I can do is take a shot at it, right?
Don't know about that.
It's the literal opposite of the least you could do. The least you can do is lie down and never get up again, right? There's something a bit creepy in his tone when he says it, like he's trying to sound like he's joking, when he really isn't. He looks me over once, top to bottom.
Hey.
Anyway, welcome to the fold. We've got pizza, we've got laundry pipes. Please, for the love of God, do not mix the two up when choosing your food sources. And apparently that's been a thing in the past. You need anything, you call up your buddy Domino. Just don't call Domino's unless you want pizza. Only Ben and Matt make a damn good slice, truth be told. So what's your deal? Besides Mr. 2, I mean. I need a deal aside from FOD2. Lifestyle as young adult model, you're allowed to have more than one character attribute, yes? Gotta put in order of confidence if that helps. A useful trait is sure, but I meant your passion. Or is it really just FOD2 all day, every day, eat, breathe, sleep FOD2? Let's go with the first one. What can I say? FOD2 is my chosen lifestyle. I don't see myself needing a passion other than FOD2. It gets me all fired up and ready to face each day.
What?
Wow, what an empty existence. Hey. Sorry. I shouldn't judge.
Okay, sure. Why not?
And hey, if it works for you, it works for you. Use it, own it, make it yours. Why not? And if you've got a thing that works for you, count yourself lucky. It must be nice having aspirations and ambitions. There's a glass to the arcade cabinet, which is silently running a demo of the ridiculously over-the-top space shooting game he was playing.
You ever wonder what it's like?
What's like?
To be in space, flying at unbearable speeds, surrounded by nothing but void and enemies, closing in on all sides. Probably one of the most terrifying experiences ever. Like being an early Russian cosmonaut, desperately holding on as your ship shakes apart around you. I think that's why I love bullet hell shmups. They're nightmares. Pure nightmares. But you can safely engage with that nightmare. Explore it. It's just a game, after all. It can't really hurt you. And every time you explode, a silent, white-hot ball in the vacuum of space, you have another chance to try again.
Oh boy.
I've gotten very, very good at exploding. And not exploding. It's all muscle memory by now.
Interesting. I'll admit, I'm not familiar with the shmup. What's that? Typically of an arcade movie, I have no clue what a shmup is, aside from a heart attack-inducing spell and bullets. Exactly, it's a shoot-em-up or shmup game. Specifically a bullet hell shmup, because, well, it's a hell comprised entirely of bullets. It takes an intense amount of skill to play one of these things compared to, like, Galaga or one of its simpler ancestors. Playing this makes you great at FOD2, and the ninjas are sick of these. It takes a lot of focus to rise above the chaos. Focus, or in my case, instinct. Just let go and let instinct take over. Fight to survive, no matter the game.
Sure thing.
I'd be happy to show you sometime, either in FOD2 or maybe teach you the ways of shmupping. Up to you. Without a brief yawn, defocusing his eyes for a moment. Sorry, one night, overslept too. I'm not quite at my best. I'll give you a properly enthusiastic reading, maybe with screamers and confetti next time. Rain check okay with you? Sounds good here. Offers me a quick salute.
Be seeing you.
Welcome to our glorious nest. Until next time. Steps away from the arcade machine to head out to the laundromat and maybe lie down a bit. Can't imagine the tumble dryers being conducive to rest, though. Yeah. We'll go with the first one. Seems like a fun kind of guy, a little off kilter, but so what? Could be entertaining to hang out with. He's got a wicked sense of humor and a witty use of words. Definitely a sharply funny guy. Sometimes he's a bit weird, okay, but so what? We're all weird in one way or another. I'm not going to judge. Okay, who do I want to talk to next? Seriously enough, the man not only isn't playing Equity 2, he's not really playing a game. Or a toy for kiddies who don't understand physics and probability. The crane machine. As I walk up to him, he's busy moving the blepo-matic prize crane back and forth, lining it up just right over a dragon dolly. And contrary to expectation, when the crane dips down and pulls back up, he manages to snag the dragon by the tail with precision. With a smirk, he pulls his prize from the retrieval chute, then opens the game up with a key turned in its lock, puts the toy back in the pile, and seals up the game tightly afterwards. And then he's back at it, moving the crane for a second try at the prize he literally just won. I am confusion incarnate. Fortunately, he seems to notice me staring at him in utter bewilderment and isn't offended in the slightest. I'm just having fun watching the different toys that appear.
Catch and release, yes?
What?
It's good to stay in practice. Keep the skills sharp. But no need to deprive a young one of a toy they might enjoy in the process. So the owners gave me the key to the machine, allowing me to put my catches back in there. It's only fair. Suppose I could just pick the lock, but I felt it best to get the approval of the local lords before pretending to pilfer their hoard.
I am filled with questions.
Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no lies. But in this case, ask away. I'm game to play if you are.
Let's start with me. What's yours?
Call me Locksley. More of a nom de guerre than a name. But Sir Robin of Locksley befits me more than any other title. How may I be of assistance on this fine day?
So, my name's Justona, and Zapper said I could join your Equity 2 team. I already know you're not exactly a ladder grinding championship team, but, I'm here, and so I'm willing to give it a go. Ah, I see. Very well, if Zapper accepts you, then I can accept you as well, Justona. Welcome, welcome. By your side I shall stand against any foe which should challenge thee. Use my word on that. The rest give over to the King's English. Although, from your phrasing, it seems we aren't what you were expecting. Not really, no. I asked my new Iris up to find me a team interested in the Pro Tour for me to sign the dotted line with. Instead, she sent me to a laundromat. This brightens him so brightly he could outshine the sun. Ah, Lady Iris, good day to you, good day. I'm familiar with your sisters. Want to assist me in my daily endeavors. Hello, I'm Iris. I'm afraid I'm just Justona's freshly installed copy, but I haven't met your Iris yet. Welcome, both of you, to Team GCS. Not a very exciting name, but it's what we have at the moment. Our humble abode is also yours to enjoy. Please feel free to kick back and enjoy the arcade as we do. Oxley winks at me before going back to his beloved crane game, puts the token in, and now stretches his hand to me. Now then, would you like a crane game prize? I've not completed my practice for the day. I'd be happy to retrieve one in your honor. A cheap Malaysian knockoff Beanie Baby is a token of honor? I suppose in this particular case, the sentiment is a fair proportion of the honor rather than the stuffed toy itself. Aside from equity, too, I specialize in prize games, you see. Alley rollers, crane games, life stackers, things of that nature. If you're wondering what an alley roller is, think skee-ball. And when skill alone is not enough, when the games are rigged in favor of greedy arcade owners, well, I always carry a few tools of the trade, as it were, to help the odds towards justice.
Justice prevails.
I'm proud to say I've been banned from no fewer than 8 arcades in this city alone. Yeah, we're gonna pick that first one. Sticking it to the man by pulling off daring heists on prize games, yeah, fight the power, overthrow the system, arcade anarchy now! Indeed, I fully admit to being something of an arcade anarchist. This industry has far too many unscrupulous forces guiding it, which must be kept in check by all means. I find honor can be found even in doing dishonorable deeds under the right circumstances. I always manage to slip away with an armload of plush goods, even from arcades which seek my capture. Not that I keep the prizes for myself, of course. The spoils with my rates are always donated to various shelters and children's charities. Definitely a Robin Hood type. That's some good karma right there. Indeed, but there's more to it than a desire to turn crowns upside down. Oxley ponders how to phrase this, what wording he wants to use.
It's a matter of... A matter of fair play. Prize games run contrary to the concept of fair play. They are invariably tilted against the player and mask the unfairness behind glitz and glamour. I am a firm believer in fairness and justice. Too much in this world hinges on injustice. Injustice to keep the wheels greased and turning. But I suppose you're not here for my rants about the ills of society. You're here to win.
It's fine, you're clearly passionate about this. I don't mind a little ranting. It's clear that you're really passionate about the idea of fair play. Actually, let's go with this one. Hang on. I can see things like competitive sport chasing, light gun shooting, driving, and so on. Is there competitive plush doll catching, too? Ha! Nay, Justana. As much as gaming culture tends to want to monetize every single aspect of itself, no, this is not an e-sport. I suppose it's dedicated e-sportism to a dedicated e-sportism. I'm wasting my time and effort with something that will never be heralded or even recognized. But I've other indulgences which I seek heraldry for. This is merely an extension of my philosophy. So you practice crane catches all day, and not fleeing from the long arm of the arcade law? Well, there's also equity, too, if that's what you're wondering. None of us are playing it today, true, but we do play. And I do have my own affairs to tend to. I'm afraid I don't spend nearly as many hours in TCF as the others. So this is the shape of his hoodie actually reminds me of Assassin's Creed, and even his icon. But I promise you, should your dream be one of glory, I will do my best to support it in the time available to me. You have my word, friend. I feel the burning need to bow back to him in return, some sweeping courtly gesture. Well, I'd best busy myself for the time being.
Fare thee well.
I hope to see more of you, Justana. Be well. With introductions completed, he returns to his prize game, targeting that dinosaur for yet another catch. Well, that certainly was quite the catch if I do say so myself. I'd rather he scoop me up in his arms instead of scooping toys out of the machine, but clearly he has a good heart. It's silly, but I'm falling for his whole knightly chivalry, true Hollywood-style chivalry. It can be very charming indeed. I'd love to get to know him a bit better. Okay, whom do I want to talk to next? Okay, I'm gonna pause here. I'll be right back. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, right. The kids are on screen. Someone's loading around the laundry machine checking their phone. I drive to the laundromat, ready to introduce myself. However, I'm getting the feeling the person I'm approaching doesn't want to be approached. They're completely glued to their phone, earbuds in, head down, facing the screen, watching intently. Only breaking eye contact with the screen to briefly fold something from the laundry pile next to them. I try waving to them, a simple hello, but nothing's doing. They continue folding and watching and folding. Will I really be able to obtain my dream if my team members are way more interested in cleaning clothes than cleaning the house? I awkwardly shift my weight while I awkwardly debate the pros and cons of tapping them on the shoulder. Don't want to scare them, but I do need to talk to them. You could do this, just Donna, and I take a deep breath in to steady myself. About to very politely place a finger on their shoulder when, blinkly, they look up and their eyes lock. Feels like I'm being analyzed, as if they are able to peer deep into my soul and read my personal character stats. Eh? Oh, hello. I'm here about...
Hold on a sec. I can't really hear you over the game.
Which game? They move their earbuds one at a time.
It's the Beginning 6 tournament. I'm streaming it on my phone. I can tell by the way you're looking at me, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Let me explain.
I want to interrupt and know what tournament they're talking about, but they keep on rolling, and I don't want to be rude, especially to a new potential teammate. Beginning is a West Coast tournament that happens every year at this time. Mostly they focus on the original FOD. However, this year they put in FOD 2, first major one we've seen. Since Fist of Discomfort 2 is only a few years old, players are still figuring out how to break the game, find cool combos, see what's OP. They haven't even settled on a good tiers list yet. Just yesterday, I stumbled upon a glitch with Kamikaze that basically makes her unstoppable. I tried to recreate it in training mode, but I just couldn't. Now I'm really hoping to see someone pull it out during this tournament. I blink in response.
But you probably don't really care about Fist of Discomfort 2. You probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I'll let you do your laundry. Sorry.
No. I care about FOD 2. I really, really care about FOD 2. I play it all the time.
Oh, okay. Wow. I honestly wasn't expecting that. Cool. By the way, I'm Rhapsody.
I'm Jess, but I go by Justana. Maybe you've seen that handle before on the leaderboard? Justana. Rhapsody pauses, chewing on their lower lip, putting my name through the databases of their mind. Nope, never heard of you. Sorry. No matter. Well, Justana, since you aren't here to do laundry, why are you here? We don't get many other gamers here besides the occasional rando and, of course, our little team. Actually, I'm here to join the team. Zapper said I could join, so I did. I'm the new teammate. Oh, really? Zapper said that? I know Zapper accepted me, but what if Rhapsody rejects me? Then what? Congratulations, it's not every day someone wants to join our motley crew, and fewer that we actually accept. They often scoff at our aloofness and leave to never return. But I'm glad Zapper gave you the pass. I've been looking for some fresh blood to train. Train? You want to train me? Rhapsody goes back to nonchalantly folding clothes while they speak. I've taught many people to play Fist of Discomfort, but I already know how to play. Yes, but the difference between them and you is their pro status. I've already had a few disciples climb that ladder to victory. Knowing the basics is a great start, but have you perfected your play? I know every hitbox. I know every combo. I know how to use the program's code so that you can destroy your enemy every time. To be frank, I know everything about FOD 2. Maybe I don't know everything about FOD 2, but it's not like I'm going in cold. I've got years of experience. Do I really need training so badly? Still, always more to learn. If they're willing to teach, I'm willing to be taught. And odds are, I can teach them through my own tricks in exchange. Honestly, all of these are ones I've tried before in the past. There isn't one that I would typically avoid. go with this first one. Good to show respect to anyone who can take my talent and mold it to perfection. I get down on all fours and prostrate myself in front of Rhapsody. I am ready to learn. Show me the destruction of fists unknown. Rhapsody picks me up from the ground and dusts off my shoulders. Simmer down there, Dressana. No need for such brash behavior. You'll need a calm and collected mind in the future to truly succeed. This is great. Having a training partner could help me get to the next level, and maybe we can inspire Team QCS to join us on this adventure too. We should play sometime, like now? How about right now? Oh, Rhapsody looks down, a strand of their hair hiding their face. I don't really play FOD2. What? I prefer to watch, to instruct, to cheer on my friends. And now I'm back to wallowing in doubt. That one person that seems to understand FOD2 on the same wavelength as myself, and they don't even play? Perhaps I should clarify a little. Yes, do that.
Right when FOD2 launched, I was recruited on a professional team. Team play to win.
The team that Finnegan joined.
It wasn't at all what I expected. I wanted a team, a group of friends. Instead, I got a super aggro team, always trying to prove themselves with a better-than-the-rest attitude. It was gross.
Ooh.
I was ostracized because I wasn't competitive enough. They all pushed each other real hard, too hard. I refused to join in their unhealthy behaviors, and so they kicked me out. In the end, I wasn't good enough.
Well, I mean, if they're that kind of team, I wouldn't want to stay with them either, but that's me.
Sure, they win almost all the time, so I guess they've got that going for them. But they're all a bunch of no-good, hyper-aggressive people who end up toxifying our community. The scene would be better off without them.
Sounds like Finnegan joined the perfect team. He'll fit right in. Says a lot.
After they tossed me out of the team house, I just don't have the heart to dive back in professionally. But that doesn't mean I'm not a part of Team Good Clean Fun. I'm here to stay.
You know, if you don't play anymore, what do? Oh, I cast matches. You yell at your teammates and cast them out if they fail? Wait, casting. You do the play-by-play voiceover. So, I don't think I picked that option in my live stream playthrough, but if you choose to watch Queen Bee play against the demons in chapter 4 of the first Arcade Spirits, you get Rhapsody has a cameo as the shoutcaster for that match. Correct. Sorry. Shoutcast comes from the earliest software used for it. Kind of an old school term, and as the eldest here, I tend to use the language I grew up with. I'm like a sports announcer, giving the audience updates, introducing usual stats about the match, and building the hype by yelling, "Goal!" I'm that person, except we play sports with esports. Yeah, I get it. But you learn a lot from shoutcasting. I see. So by watching and announcing all the matches, not only do you have to know everything, you also learn new things as you watch. You got it. Plus, I really enjoy getting people excited for a game I love so dearly. Suddenly there's a beeping noise, and for once, it's not Iris. My laundry! I forgot all about it. That's the timer for the next load. Listen, it was great chatting with you, Justana, but these Fox won't find their matches themselves. You should go introduce yourself to the rest of the team. They're all good folks, if not a bit interesting in their own way. You'll see what I mean. But don't forget to come find me later when you're ready to start your training.
Catch you later.
Rhapsody smiles, waves me off, and returns their focus back to their laundry. So you notice Rhapsody's pronouns. They are also obeyed them. They're non-binary. But while with Asher, we kind of saw the progression of their, if you romance them, you kind of got to experience their figuring out their gender identity along the way. Rhapsody already knows theirs. The shoutcaster, all the announced Deathwatch always have a full E-tank and 110% non-stop pilot, but Rhapsody's so chill. two chicks fit the profile. They didn't even raise their voice once. However, they do know a ton about FOD2, which is advantageous for that profession. And how could I forget they want to teach me? Rhapsody will be a fun person to learn some hot tips from. I'm excited to be around someone that shares the same passion for FOD2 that I have. I hope that Rhapsody shows me some great strats to defeat my enemies. With those, perhaps I could take down Finnegan in a couple notches. And maybe I'll even get the chance to hear them shoutcast. Okay, who do I want to talk to next? One person left. A young woman sits at a table, largely ignoring her half-eaten salad in favor of the beeps and boots of the game she's playing. And she's playing her lunch break RPG session on a 30-year-old portable game console? Seriously? That's some retro dedication. It looks a bit like a Game Boy, though obviously they can't say that's what it is. Immediately, I sort of feel a bit self-conscious about literally rolling on up to someone minding their own business. Other than being stuck trying to find a non-creepy way to introduce myself, she notices my approach and asks a greeting first.
Hello. Can I help you with something? You look lost.
The voice actress for Grace, that's who this is, she's the only one left, passed away last month, or earlier this month. I can't remember exactly now. So this is probably one of the last things she did. Actually, she may have done some other stuff since then, because she recorded the voice lines, I think, late last year. No, actually, I wanted to talk to you. Zaffer suggested I get your approval for joining Team GCS. My tag's just Donna.
My name's Grace. That's like just my name. My name is Grace. I don't use aliases or gamer tags or anything.
And you want to join us? Really? We're not actually much of a team, more of a social club or something. Just a circle of friends who all happen to play FD too. I know. I'm aiming for the pro tour myself, so it's a weird fit, but what can I say? This is where I'm supposed to be, apparently. Supposed to be? Was there a prophecy or something? If you got an adorable little act named Iris with a suit there, sure, we could call it prophecy. Iris sent you here? Oh, well, okay, that changes everything. Hello, Iris. Oh, I recognize her voice now. Sorry, I'm fresh installed and still cross-linking my databases, but that's my mom. Hi, Mom. So, yeah. Wait, Mom? Iris calls you Mom? I have questions.
Right. Hi. I sorta invented Iris. I mean, it was a group effort, not just me, but I led the team that made her. We'd inherited a pile of half-finished projects in ancient code from various dead companies. Funware, Dynamic Systems, Retrowave, Sinislotion.
Keep that in mind.
It was my idea to put all the pieces together into a single package. A virtual assistant with a winning personality. But that was years ago, during an internship in my sister's company. And long before Iris got pulled off the market. Thankfully, someone leaked her code, and now there's rogue servers around so they can live freely. I'd hate to see Iris and her sisters killed.
Oh. I guess if the parents wasn't supposed to admit that, she's the one who leaked her code, but that's sweet. Let's go with this one. That's a serious word for it. No, not erased, or deleted, or anything you'd normally apply to uninstalling an app. Do you think Iris is actually a new form of life? It's a curious idea, isn't it? Definitely, Iris is alive. You may have created her, but she's grown since then. Become something so complex I can't even understand her code anymore. Isn't that similar to the evolution of life? We have no right to commit digital genocide and destroy her. We've had someone with a kind heart set up those servers so she can keep living and thriving. Is she organic life and intelligence, as we know intelligence to be? No, she's something new. Alien. Didn't the alien try repeatedly to kill Ripley? Okay, so maybe there are some concerns, but still, I feel creating a new life form by trying to destroy it is probably not going to help organic virtual relations in the long run. You think? I've been assuming Iris is just some generic digital assistant act, but maybe there's more going on here. Anyway, that was my past. These days, I'm more focused on games. They're my life's passion. Grace shows me the gray plastic chunk of retro gaming hardware lying on her table next to her lunch. This is actually the very first game console I ever owned as a kid. Bought it used with my allowance. After I got bored of the limited games it could play, I upgraded it myself. Replaced the screen with a color LCD, changed the guts for a miniature PC motherboard. That's not the stuff that she's got to be really smart to be able to do stuff like that. And to even think of it. All on my own dime. Well, on the dimes my family were willing to give me anyway. They saw video games as a waste of time. Really? I thought games were big business. Always have been, always will be. They're not quite as important to society as whatever random mishmash of tech my siblings took up. Wait, this sounds familiar. But I love games, and I especially love console games. You can't do long narratives or open-world RPGs with arcade cabinets. Sounds like PC games, too.
Of course.
Exactly. I mean, I do play Equity, too, and enjoy the puzzle of it, but I prefer to sink most of my hours into RPGs. Japanese, Western, don't care. I'm even developing my own RPG, actually, the Wanderlust Trail. It's a working title. Development is pretty slow since it's just me, but I hope to make a living, breathing world beyond compare. I've never picked this one, so we'll pick it. Exactly how living and breathing are we talking? To be totally clear, when you say living and breathing world, are you talking like one populated entirely by irises? Oh, well, maybe not that. I don't think I could make her magic happen twice, anyway. But working with Iris did give me some ideas. Mostly though, I meant playing games, just on a game console, playing them lots. That's all. And then she realizes her salad is starting to wilt left unattended for so long. Oh, I should finish this up. And I need to clear this dungeon too. Sorry, I tend to ramble a lot, and once I get on a roll, it's fine, hardly rambly at all. And enjoy your lunch.
Bye.
Okay, bye for now. Soon enough, she buried herself deeply into the twin activities of nourishing her body and mind, shutting me out completely. Okay, so I have picked that option before. Well, that's a relief, meeting a friendly person with no strings attached. Not like a spot, anyway, right? Gotta admire her passion. She's got a strong heart and her head's on straight. Spirit Grace, okay, that's a typo. Spirit Grace is passionate about her work and her play. I really respect that. Good to know someone on the scene is going to simply be a delight to play with. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, we haven't even gotten to the part where the demo comes in. Spending so long indoors, soaking in the smells of detergent, pepperoni, and brass tokens has been draining, so I decided to step out and get some fresh air. Fresh air and a moment of reflection. I'm still a bit confused. The team's barely a team. It's a ragtag bunch of individual threats without any cohesive direction. I left the apartment this morning hoping to live out my dream of being an FOD champion. That's not a dream they all share with me, right? So why exactly did Iris lead me here? I think I'm owed some answers by this point. Iris, got a moment? Sure thing. What's up? Let's go with this one. I deserve the truth, Iris. Why teaching me enthusiasm? What's the deal, Iris? I asked for a team to take me on the road and conquer the Pro Tour, and you led me to the Burger King Kids Club. Okay, so Zach and Rhapsody are 100% down for it. A few others are 50-50 on the idea. I was hoping for a smoother ride than this, all the way to the top. I think you owe me an explanation. Iris pauses before responding. Tell me, why do you want to win the Pro Tour so badly? What do you mean, why? It's the pinnacle to reach for. It's the Pro Tour Championship. Why wouldn't I want that? Except, before this championship existed, you were content to play on an amateur level. It's not about the glory or even your childhood dream, is it? So why? Why do you need this victory so badly? I kick ass, may as well keep kicking. This is just who I am, Iris. I kick ass, therefore I am. I'm confident I can plow through the competition all the way to the top. I mean, why not? Sounds like it'd be a blast. It's not about wanting to win a game. It's about why you want to win. The truth behind the dream. I'm sorry to say, I calculated your truth in your own words, posted to social media. Just so you realize I'm not making this up, let me quote some of these back at you. The words are in her voice, so I'm definitely the one who wrote them, as she echoes these short messages back to me. I can't believe I wasted all day practicing and then I lost that invitational. What was the point? One more day of converting calories into ladder points. I swear this will be worth it in the end. Still remember how proud they were when I came home with that trophy. It felt so good. Okay, you miserable little piece of shit, if you think you're such a hot fuck, then 1v1 me. Okay, this last one. Hey, you. Hey, screw you, you pathetic little scrub. You think you're big time? Look at my KG, my WL, and call me that again to my face. Oh God, not this. I regretted posting this flame bait immediately afterward, but I was too embarrassed to even delete it. You think I'm some kind of loser like you? Stats speak for themselves. I'm a winner. I eat punks like you for breakfast and crap you out by midday. I'm a champion. I've always been a champion, and I'll always be a champion. Nobody will ever tell me otherwise. Deal with it, that gift. Not one of my proudest moments, no. I've been awake for 20 hours running when I wrote that. Obviously, I have enough going on in my life than just winning all the time. But Iris shakes her head at my words, seeing right through them, and explains.
In your heart, you feel that if you aren't constantly winning, you must be a loser, a fraud, an imposter. This isn't even the only time you talked about it. I could cite more examples if you like. Nearly all of your social media communication is related to your gaming habits, not your job or family or friends. This is all you have, all you feel you have. You've built up so much of your dream around this game, around winning this game, that your whole self-worth is tied into it. And I think you see the obvious problem with that. I hope?
I thought I was feeling rather attacked when my own phone leads into me, but there's sympathy in her digital voice, not accusation. She doesn't want to call me out. She wants me to call myself out.
What do you think will happen if you join the Pro Tour and fail to make it all the way to an ultimate victory? How would you react?
Come on, I can't fail. I'm championship material in the making. I have to win. I have to.
And that's the problem. You have to win. You're putting your self-esteem on the line every day you compete. Wanting to win a video game is fine. It's a good thing. And I'm certainly not arguing against having a dream and making it happen. But it's not healthy to gamble your self-esteem at the same time, tying them both together. Do you dream of winning? Or are you just terrified of losing and feeling pain? I could sense that when I analyzed you. I may be code instead of flesh and blood, but I'm an empathy engine at heart. But I couldn't just say that outright. You wouldn't have believed me. So I had to lead you here. To people who can help you find something more to reach for while also reaching for victory. And you can help them, too. The goal of any Irish should be to help as many people as possible.
She smiles up at me, hopeful that I'll understand her words. For example, Zachary loves kicking butt like you do, but she wants to do it in style. She doesn't win just to win, it's a form of self-expression for her. If you could share in that dream, I bet the two of you could find a new kind of victory together. Now, that said, if all you want it to be is just Donna, destroyer of scrubs, I'm not going to force you down this path. The legend of Justana will be yours to do with as you please. Install me and I will bother you no further. You have free will. But if you're also Justana, who's desperate to fill the hole in their heart with victories, please consider staying with Team GCS for your own sake, and I'll help you any way I can on this path. I'll turn myself off now. Give you time to think. If we never speak again, no, I won't take it personally. Thank you. This is a joke, right? A sick, weird joke. All day long, I've been focused on it, savoring it, wanting this team situation to work out so I could get more of it. Winning. Every story I've ever read tells you to chase your dreams, no matter what. That's a noble thing to do, right? And this was my dream. For as far back as I can remember, my wildest dreams were always ones of victory. Sure, I have a job, I pay my taxes, I have friends, usually online. I head out of town to visit my extended family almost every holiday season. But none of that moves me, really gets me out of bed and moves me. No, my dream moves me, and that dream was to keep on being a winner, forever. And isn't that enough? Isn't it a good thing to be the very best, like no one ever was? Who am I? Who do I really want to be? Okay, so this is a turning point. A bit like at the beginning of the first game, where you decide whether you're going to go for the job that Iris found for you, or ignore Iris's advice and find another job. So since I want to keep playing this, still helping it. She's right. I hadn't really seen things from that perspective before, but she's definitely right. The sickening feeling whenever I'm a loser, winning feels better. Feels right. Without it, I feel miserable. Like I'm miserable. A miserable, pathetic little nothing. And I'm not so far gone as to think that's a healthy way to live. Iris thinks this new path can help me, so be it. I owe it to myself to at least try. Tap Iris' icon. Not trying to sell it, let's activate it. Okay. Feels weird, not thirsting for glory, but I'm willing to hold back a bit. See what your path has in store for me, okay? Thank you. Thank you for trusting me. And for what it's worth, I think it's a good try out for the bird tour. That's what you want. But be aware of why you want that victory too. If you can find a way to achieve your dreams in an emotionally healthy manner, well, that'd be great. With Team GCS in your corner, I calculate you could do just that. Team GCS named Jess, and Jesse's Team GCS. With each sigh, I try to push most of this aside and focus on the here and now. You can keep calling me Justana. That's my self-chosen name. So, Justana, I think I've given you enough food for thought. Now I should let you chew on it a bit. Iris, offline. I'm still not totally sure what to make of this. If my dream is one of victory, but victory is unhealthy, well, what do? What now? But as I'm pondering exactly what shape my new dream should take, I heard a voice behind me. There you are. What are you doing out here? There's games to play, and you're not playing them. We gotta do something about this. I'm not really interested in light gun shooters, Zapper. I meant FOD2, Dorkwad. That's why I came here, right? To find some murder monsters to team up with in FOD2? Look, we were talking just now, and, well, we kind of feel bad. We basically went, meh, and what else when it came to your dream of playing FOD2. So, let's make it up to you. Come back in, and we'll kick some ass in your favorite game. What do you say? Sound good? Sound fun? My head's still reeling from Iris' ending. Oh, I don't know, just about every preconceived notion I had about myself, but I won't deny FOD2 helps me clear my head and focus. Yeah, I mean, I have some things to think over, but yeah, I could go for a few rounds of Equity 2 meanwhile. Yeah, I'm right. Nothing helps me settle my nerves like digital violence and healthy camaraderie. Let's do this. It feels strange agreeing to go play the game that slam dug me right into this mess. But if I'm not going to just walk away from all of this, away from gaming in general, I owe it to myself to keep moving forward. It's only to see what will happen. Iris didn't tell me to stop playing, so until I can figure out my answers, I guess I'll keep playing. And honestly, I think distracting myself with a little FOD2 would be nice right about now, win or lose. So with a shrug, I walk into Good Clean Fun headed for the arcade. Okay, so we're actually going to play FOD2! By the time I arrived in the arcade, the rest of the crew's already gathered talking amongst themselves. When I approached, they switched focus to me. And lo, the newbie has returned. Excellent, let's get this party started. That's gimmick infringement, Zapper. Only I get these King's English, but yes, it's quite excellent indeed. Jinx just offers me a quiet knowing nod of appreciation, not flowery speeches. Okay, so we decided we're going to spend the rest of the afternoon taking turns playing Submissive Discomfort 2 in honor of our new friend. We'll take turns beating up online randos, and those not playing can cheer the other ones on. It'll be educational and fun. And you get first crack at it, of course. So who's your lucky partner for the inaugural match of this afternoon's festivities? For a moment, I'm speechless. Hang on, I just want to check something. Of course, my highest estimation is with Zapper. Oh, right. I figured it'd be like pulling teeth getting them to play my game, but here they are, ready to welcome me into the fold with some hot ninja fighting action. Hot ninja fighting action. Thanks, everyone. It'll be nice to show off a little, too. I could use the ego boost. Thankfully, I brought my keyboard from home to play with. I'm not used to arcade joysticks yet. I may not know much about arcades, but I do know FOD2 has a built-in slide-out tray and USB port, so you can bring a joystick from home. I took my keyboard out from my backpack, slide it into place, and fortunately, the nunlock light turns green when I plug it in. It's good to go. Aside from the weird looks I came from everyone, I'm probably the only person on planet Earth who prefers to play this game with the WASD keys. I would probably get a joystick. Now then, whom to play with? Let's go with Loxley. Oh, good, Sir Loxley, we have enemies of the crown to face. Huzzah! Okay, perhaps now we are pushing the guy too far, but huzzah, all the same. Loxley steps up to the joystick. Now, personally, a C controller for him, the default stick and buttons will do the job. But before I can begin, my phone chimes in from the depths of my pocket with a question. Hey, can I ask a favor? I'm trying at the blank slate here as default Iris. I don't have any real knowledge of how this game you're all obsessed with actually works. Wait, she calculated out what team I should join without actually knowing how FOD2 works in the first place? Weird. I think it'd help if you two played through a match while explaining the basics to me. You're a computer. Can't you just, jack into the Matrix and instantly know FOD2 Kung Fu or something? Oh, I could go download the data I'd need to really be great at this game. I mean, computers have been beating humans at games for decades, she said with a tiny puff of pride in her voice. But I'm an emotional language interpreter. Hearing things in your own words helps me learn. So if you don't mind, could you give me a quick tutorial? So this is just to help you, the player, understand how to play the game, how FOD2 works. So we're going to go ahead and play it. I actually have I've already written my notes on the game down so that I know what would work best. Since I'm assuming that whoever's watching hasn't played this yet, we're going to go through the tutorial, even though it will make the game longer. consistent longer. But I knew this would be a long stream, so I'm okay with that. Right, so, do you know anything about the original Fist of Discomfort before I went to a 2-on-2 battle format? Sort of. It's a MOBA, right? Multiplayer online battle arena. Fight down the lanes, destroy the enemy dojo. Okay, so you've got some fun data, good. But the game's changed considerably with the sequel. Now it's less about zone control and more of a score attack game. The story is of two rebel clans vying for control of the legendary Sacred Dojo. For 1 full year, they fought down the bridge of destiny until in winter they reached their ultimate destination. At that point, the dojo doors opened and allowed in only the most worthy, the most honorable clan. The other was exiled from the land forever. Such a rich and involving backstory. It's just a goofy way of saying score more points than the other team before the time runs out. Each team has 2 players and an unending swarm of ninja minions. Every stage is one giant kung fu fight scene. Each minion you beat up scores you points. Each time you KO an enemy player, you score points. Your goal is to score the most points before the game ends. To do that, we have to optimize, counterplay, and outthink our opponents. We farm ninjas for gold, buy weapons and scrolls, summon more minions, use special moves and cooldowns. Whoa, slow down. This is sounding complicated. Worry not, our fair digital maidens is but a trifle. At the highest level, all you need to know is the RPS metagame. The, what? RPS metagame, or, wait for it, rock, paper, scissors. Wait, the most complicated esports in the world is just rock, paper, scissors? Basically, everything else is just nitty-gritty details. At the heart of it all, there's 4 tactics to pick from. Defending against an aggressor using powerful special abilities, or just directly attacking the enemy and the ninjas, rock, paper, scissors. I mean, if you look at it closely, the icons are literally a rock, a paper scroll, and 2 swords crossed like scissors. I did not pick up on that. I had it pointed out to me when I started testing for bugs. And I felt so dumb when I realized that. Like, why didn't I spot that? Because I wasn't thinking of that. The obvious one is to attack, diving in, and fighting with your fists and blades. It interrupts anyone using a special ability, but if they're defending, it won't work. Scissors beats paper, but is beaten by rock. You're getting it, yeah. Defending holds the line against incoming attacks. It gets blown away by slower activating stronger special abilities. You can't react quickly enough. Specials are big and flashy and awesome and blow away defenders, but a quick aggro attacker can interrupt you. I'm guessing those identity traits you've been analyzing could be a good indicator of how strong you are with each ability, too. That would make sense. A very steady person would be excellent at figuring out exactly the right time to use a special. Yep, Gutsy is great for attacking, kindly can defend well, and Quirky is probably a jack of all trades. Got it. So all I need to know are those 3 techniques? Well, there's of course a trump card, your ultimate ability. Each team can only use one of those per game. Your ult smashes through everything, and if your opponent tries to ultimate at the same time, yours counters it for huge points. Roxy and I will be taking on another 2 players, trying to predict their attacks, defense, specials, and ultimates, countering with our own. Do that well enough, and you win. I see. So, really, I just need to know those 4 things, and that's enough to follow the flow of the match. That's the basics. There are also bonus points based on your skill and what season of the year you're in. We'll go over that as we play. Here, we'll start up a game so we can show you. Oxley drops in 2 quarters, one for each of us, and fires up the online matchmaker to find us a good pair of punching bags to demonstrate our skills on. Okay, I've played against these particular randos before. Should be a good warm-up for us. Mr. Come At Me Bro loves to attack. He's not dense enough to do it all the time, but more often than not, he'll be in your face. He's also bad at predicting our moves. I should start by defending, since he's likely to rush right at me.
Fight.
So you notice that the number of points for each decision is different. Since you've been doing, since our top stat is gutsy, then our best, we would get more points if we attack. But, and we would still get, some bonus points if we pick special. So we don't get any bonus points if we pick defend, because that's not really our style. But we did say that this guy, Come At Me Bro, will attack. So the best response to attacking is to defend. So Come At Me Bro was come at me, fine by me. I throw up and defend against the attack, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attack. You earn 100 points. Score now 100 to 0. My turn! Tally-ho! Seriously? One never turns down an opportunity for a perfectly timed tally-ho. The dance partner is aggressive, so all I'd have to remind is conservative. Are they likely to aim for the seasonal point bonus? Wait, you said it? As the game progresses, we move through spring, summer, fall, and winter. There are point bonuses for different actions in different seasons. It's not much, but every point helps, and sometimes it makes opponents predictable as they crave those points. And the enemy in Loxley's lane is very predictable. In spring, he likes to attack. Summer, he defends. Fall, he uses special. So that tells us what the bonus points are for each season. So that also helps with the bonus points being gutsy. And what season's good for your, what's that called? Your ultimate? The ultimate layout's a bit different. Our team gets one ultimate per game. Loxley or I can use it, but once we use it, it's gone. But when we do use it, we win. Period. It trumps whatever your opponent was trying. If we counter their ultimate with our own, well, that's practically a game over right there. Oh, so you have to choose when to use it. Right, and our opponents will be doing the same. I don't think they'll use their ultimate this early in the game, though. I'd say he's most likely to attack this turn, so Loxley would be better off defending. So you notice that Loxley has even a bigger bonus to attacking, but he has, he actually has a bonus to defending, rather unlike me, who had a bonus to special but not defending. So, but like you said, like your character says in the game, this guy is likely to attack this season because that's when you get the bonus for attacking. So Loxley would be better off defending.
Yes, such glorious battle. More, bring me more.
Your defend beats their attack. You earn 140 points. Score now 240 to 0. You get the idea now, right, Iris? Back and forth, Loxley and I fight these other two players, deciding our overall strategy as the year progresses. I've got it? Wait, no, I don't got it. I mean, I got most of it, but how are the points determined? I know some actions score better than others. Well, there's a seasonal bonus, like a bonus to attacking in spring, but otherwise your skill bonuses come into play. Skill bonuses depend on your personality. The strategy you excel at can change depending on who you are as a person. Just your focus, you know. I'm extremely gutsy, which means I rock when it comes to attacking the enemy head on. So you're a steady-handed specialist, an empathetic frontline tank, a bold and brash PvP master, or a goofy jack of all trades. All of which kind of moot if you fail the rock paper scissors minigame. You don't get it for anything if you get counterplayed. Ah, true. Okay, I think I got it. Focus on your fight and let's see you win. Now, the reason I was able to explain why there was bonuses before we got to that point in the tutorial was because of that graphic that they put up on the screen that showed the pluses next to each of the next to the defend, attack, and special. There were 2 pluses for next to the kindly icon by defend. There were 2 by the gutsy icon for attack, and there were 2 by the steady icon for special, and then 1 each for steady and quirky by defend, for kindly and quirky by attack, and for gutsy and quirky by special. So you notice that quirky had 1 plus every time for each of them. Even if winning isn't everything, even if I need to be okay with losing, that doesn't mean I should try to lose. I'll give it all I have. Okay, so this is Come At Me Bro, who always attacks. Well, not always, usually attacks. So we're going to pick Defend again. And you notice that there's actually a bonus for defending because in summer you get a bonus for defending. And the reason I know that is because they said that by the book you would defend in the summer. But I still get a bonus point for attacking, or actually I would get more bonus for especially at this point. Maybe because there was a bonus to attacking the previous season. But anyway, we know this guy will probably attack, so we're going to defend. So Come At Me Bro wants to come at me, fine by me. I throw up and defend against the attack, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attacks, you earn 120 points. And I wrote down, like I said, I wrote down my notes for this to help with this. Score now 360 to 0. Okay, so this guy will probably go for the seasonal bonus, would be defending. That would mean Loxley should special in order to counterplay them, even though he doesn't get a bonus for it. He would get a bonus for defending because because one of his character traits is being kind. And he also gets one for attacking because he's also gutsy. So his personality traits, those 4 personality traits will also affect your friends' bonus points. So knowing what their personality traits are will help. But anyway, since this guy is going to most likely defend, Loxley is going to special.
Oh, ha-ha! Got, turn, parry, dodge, spin, ha-ha-ha! Thrust.
I'm reminded of Robin Hood Men in Tights. Petty, thrust, good. The special beats the defense. You earn 100 points. Score now 460 to 0. Okay, so this is the fall now, or autumn if you don't say fall. So this is Come At Me Bro. He attacks, so we're going to defend, even though now we get no bonus. But we get a bigger bonus for specialing because it's the fall. So we're going to defend. So Come At Me Bro was Come At Me, fine by me. I throw up and defend against the attack, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attack. You earn 100 points. I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at, especially since we're basically wiping the floor with them at this point. We're now 560 to 0. So, he's by book, so he'll special. So what's special, which is paper, is scissors, which is attack. So we'll get bonus points for it. So that's actually our best option anyway, because look at how many points that'll give us.
Yes, such glorious battle. More, bring me more.
Your attack beats their special. You earn 150 points. Score now 710 to 0. And now winter has come. Here's what we do. In winter, our best shot is to team up, combining our skill bonuses together. But they're going to be doing the same, so it may be harder to predict their moves. Endgame is critical. We reached the endgame then. What stratagems do you suggest, my fair lady? Knowing these randos, first move, well, anything goes. The Mr. By the Book tries to force special moves out on the very last turn, and they get reckless, less able to counterplay us. So, he's more likely to do the special. That would mean Loxley should attack. Now, let's close this out. So, if this guy he's clearly attacked all the time, so he's clearly aggro, so he would have the bonus to attack anyway. So we're gonna defend. So Come At Me Bro wants to come at me, fine by me. I throw up and defend against the attack, keeping myself and my minions safe. Your defend beats their attack, you earn 140 points. The score now 850 to 0. So we're going to go ahead and use the ultimate because that gets a special animation depending on who your partner is. So I like to have the other character do the ultimate.
I am the ghost that haunts you by nightfall, and the monster that hunts you by daybreak.
You countered your opponent's ultimate with your own. You're in 200 points. We're now 10,050 to 0.
You win.
Victory! Your team score 1050. Opponent score 0.
The day is ours. Could there have been any other outcome, truly?
Do you want to skip our FOD2 minigames in the future? This lets you decide whether you win or lose instead of having to actually play FOD2. It's up to you. You decide how you want to enjoy FOD2. Do you want to skip minigames or play them? We're going to play them just because it's fun, and I like the uncertainty of actually winning because this was super easy to help you understand how the FOD2 minigame works. But the later games, you have to really think on your feet, and you don't get told how the others are going to play. You have to figure it out on your own, so that's always fun. Okay, thanks. On with the show. But in the future, if you don't want to risk getting the wrong outcome, you can still skip them. And even if you choose to skip them, you can still play them. But I'm not even going to have the option of skipping. With our admittedly pretty pathetic enemies crushed, the rest of Team GCF cheers for our victory. Feels good. It still feels good to win. I know Anna's telling me about the dopamine hit of victory I'd become hooked on, but...
A fine adventure.
A fine victory to herald the coming of Dishonor to our friendly neighborhood arcade. 3 cheers, all! Thanks, Loxley. I know I was a bit pushy about wanting to play FOD earlier, and pushy about the Pro Tour. I'm still, sorting some feelings out about that one. But I'm glad I had a chance to play with you. Okay, who's up next? The Park Square Black Friday sale level of Shelly to get to the front as I reach for those joysticks. Okay, I'm gonna pause here. I need a quick break. I'll be back. Okay. I don't know if there's going to be another break. It depends on how much water I drink. That's how I'm keeping going. Lots of water to keep my throat lubricated. For another hour, we partner up in various combos, fighting against online players, swapping tips, having a laugh, getting salty, a little bit of everything. God, turn, carry, God, spin, press. Settle down, need help up in here in my lane. On my way, my fair. Don't call me that. On my way, Jinx. We win some, we lose some. Oh, bullpuck. I hate the RNG crit damage in this game. A one-hit game? Hey, that happens. I'll hold myself in certain doom death to buy time while you respawn. And as proof Iris may be onto something, losses don't feel quite as painful. Not this time. Not while fighting at their side. I wonder, do you think the Tamakaze aggro build could work? I can keep items and store them right out of the gate? It works well for Queen Bee of the Four Heavenly Kings. I've seen her run Tamakaze aggro all the time on streams. Another reference to the previous game. I don't think it's a secret, but we do see Queen Bee later on. I mean, it makes sense if you bring back any of the love interest from the first arcade spirit. She'd be the one because she's the esports gamer. She's practically mastered it. If you're interested, you can pick up a few things by watching her. The atmosphere is completely different from grinding the water in my darkened bedroom all by myself. We share and win some matches. I think I could benefit from something like that, from teaming up with someone, but just, it really sounds boring, just grinding. I like variety in what I play. I've never been to an arcade before this day. Never really saw the point, not when I could play from home. Waste of money on travel and fitness. Too socially awkward. Not worth the hassle, right? Despite being an arcade newbie, a keyboard warrior, they've accepted me into their fold. Later on, some of them is, well, it's something else entirely. I used to get used to this. I really could. Still, the hours were in late, and I'm getting hungry again. Pizza slice in a single day always sounds fun. Hey, speak for yourself. I wind up the color spiral cord on my keyboard, ready to move out. I think that's picture it too. You have fun like that. Most keyboard cords aren't curly, spirally things anymore. They're usually just straight. Okay, it's been a blast, but I think I should be heading home. It's getting late. You call this late? Come on, you're in your 20s. Take advantage of your ability to party hard without heartburn and a bad back. Now, I'm all for parties of a hard nature, but just one no doubt requires a beauty sleep. Agree, go hard or go home means that sometimes you go home. Go home, Jasana. We'll be here tomorrow, ready to play some more. I love those. I'm actually eating graham crackers right now because I need snacks. Dinner and sleep for me, definitely. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. The smile parts my lips as I offer them a wave and turn to leave. I want to find my path to the exit block. And now we're getting into the demo content. Now, I never played the Arcade Spirits demo, but I'm told that it was similar to this one, where you're actually thrown into the birthday shenanigans instead of being introduced to the individual characters. Because honestly, playing through the first chapter for the demo would have been a bit too much. But, like the Gilded Shadows demo is actually a bit long, but I'm really intrigued, so I'm looking forward to continuing that. Anyway, four cocky-looking people stand. This is part of an ancient Roman phalanx formation, doing the arcade a once-over. What's more, they're all wearing the trademark golden jerseys of Team Play T2W, wearing the hottest fist of discomfort 2 team in the nation. I recognize them instantly. Who doesn't know the superstars of Team T2W? The team originally wanted to join, so it is until this afternoon. The beefy one bunch, I think his handle is Flip, looks around, clearly unimpressed with what he sees. Huh, nice broom closet. Where's the arcade? A woman at his side. Yep, that's Divine. I recognize her from her streams. Let's add a little snicker and Stage whispers to him in response. I think this is the arcade, Blitz. It's charming, I suppose. Quaint in a way. Likely popular with the kiddies. The slightly unshaven teammate smirks while rolling his eyes. That'd be Coda. Supposedly the brains of the team. No, Divine. We're here to have fun and play nice. Let's not be all rude and stuff to the local yokels. I just now picked up on the rhyme there. But I ignore those three. Because there's one more who has my complete and undivided attention. Finnegan? Well. Looks like little Justana found themselves a little team after all. I was so worried about you, truly. I thought no team was going to accept you. But then a digital birdie divulged that you were spending your time here. I thought I'd come by and see it in person. It's really nice. Really. What with the pizza to heal your wounds and the soap suds to clean you after I utterly destroy you. Bwahahaha. What the hell is Finnegan doing here? Why are you here? How did you find you? It's as easy as finding a fish that's shoved out of its tank. I expected you to flop to the nearest, easiest solution possible. Did you even check the ranking of your team just on this? You're going to suffocate with them. This can't be. I try so hard to keep Finnegan at arm's length so I don't have to endure his bullcrap. When did he track me down? Plus, your phone automatically checks you in at this location and Pengy Pals Go. Wonder if that's a veiled reference to Pokemon Go. Note to stop. Stop signing up to random websites without reading the terms of service. That's what TOS stands for. Because people were confused. Seriously though, I'm loving the vibe here, just saying. My friends and I are going to stay a while and enjoy the atmosphere. T2W. Finnegan snaps his fingers and his teammates snap to attention. Spread out. Fancy wave of his hand, Team T2W disperses around the place. Immediately, it's clear that team can start some trouble. Oh boy. Look. Yeah, so this is a chance for you to get to know your rivals as well. Not just your rival, but everyone. You know what? I'm itching to play some games too. Without parting words, Finnegan looks me dead in the eyes before turning around and leaving me where I stand. Immediately, the tension in the arcade jacks up to a ridiculous degree, really more than 3.6 Rowan gens of an unstable nuclear situation. Not great, not terrible. Team P2W are quickly finding various ways to cause trouble, antagonizing my new friends, messing with the games. The easiest thing to do would be to avoid all this drama and stay on the sidelines, but that's not what friends do. Even if I'm a relatively new friend, less than a day old, I should step in and help where I can. Justana, let me help! How can a phone app help with playground bullies? I'm keeping my microphone input open and echolocating any trouble you may find around the place. Check out your map and pick a place to go. I don't think you're going to be able to visit everyone before things boil over. Right, prioritize. Got it. What's happening right now? So in the demo, you have the option of being able to see all of them, talk to your rival, deal with Grace, Loxley and Blitz, Rhapsody, Zapper, and Coda, and Jinx, Domino, and Divine. But here, You can only pick 3. So, I think you're doing okay. I'm going to talk to my rival because I'm a glutton for punishment. Oh, wait, my rival and I need to have some words about this next. I don't think I've actually talked to my rival about this. Amidst all this surrounding chaos, I somehow managed to find Finnegan, which is great because this is all his fault. Finnegan apparently enjoyed a nice sit-down, effectively ignoring the pandemonium. I approach. What the beep? Upon seeing me storm over, Finnegan stands out from the table, matching eye level with me. Oh, is something the matter? You look upset. You know damn well what's the matter, Finnegan. He sets in, close in the distance and testing my patience. Go on, enlighten me. I don't think you fully understand the consequences here. You think this is all fun and games, but it's not. Your team is harming real people with real emotions. You wouldn't appreciate it if a group of people just started bullying you, would you? Finnegan looks taken aback, eyes diverting to the ground for a mere second. However, he regains his composure as quickly as he lost it and waves the whole thing off. Fine, you've made your point. I know you must blame me for this, but really, it's not my fault. How is it not your fault? It's your team. The sentiment is charming to think I had power over not just 1, but 3 grown adults. What would you have me do? You have me undressed down to my skivvies, oil up and wrestle them all? Like a barbaric Neanderthal? If I was Finnegan removing clothes, pouring oil over his perfect body, his skin glimmering, tapping into my hand, I do my best to hold back the blush. He places a single finger underneath my chin, lifting it slightly, making sure I'm looking directly into his eyes. And as much as I know you would love to see the perfection that is my body, I think I'll save that for when we're alone. I can't control it anymore, as my cheeks burn violently, giving me away. This is too unfair. He knows exactly what he's doing and how it makes me feel. Is it possible to be so irritated that you're aroused? Asking for a friend, of course. Oh, this is delightful. Finnegan takes a couple steps back, brushing the invisible dust off the front of his toes. So, no, I don't think I'll be doing that. As much as you hate my teammates, I'm not doing anything about it. They're going to lead me to victory. I need them. Granted, living with them has some downsides. They are far from civilized, but with the constant training, I'll improve my current skills tenfold. I'll become nigh unstoppable. In fact, Finnegan lets the words dangle on his tongue, like a worm wriggling on the hook. It was you who was holding me back. Me? How could you even say that? I can't possibly believe that, not after everything we've been through. I felt the fire burn on my cheeks, and I don't think Finnegan was prepared for the stare down I was giving him. Taking a step back, Finnegan tucks one of his hands underneath his elbow, landing his other hand to rest under his chin. Perhaps what I said wasn't exactly what I meant. Let me explain. I don't want an explanation. Not wanting any more of it, I leave Finnegan in the dust. Okay, where am I going next? Let's talk with Zapper, Rhapsody, and Coda. What's going on there? After inside in the laundry zone, I saw a small gathering, Rhapsody and Zapper, as well as the P2W metagram brainiac called Coda. Weren't you a member of P2W? For like a very short time? I guess you only stayed up on the metagame when you actually had a good team. Everyone knows Kamikaze is headed for the city. It's patently obvious. She's way too flexible, which makes her too powerful. Nearly every major equity team runs at least one, if not several, Kamikaze specialists, making the meta so predictable it hurts. Once they nerf her, she'll be as good as gone from the game.
It's a viable tactic.
There's always going to be a place for a middle-of-the-road character like Kamikaze. She's a solid pick. Individually, she's not that powerful, but paired is where her true power shines. She's easy for new players to pick up and play.
I just don't see that working out.
So no, I don't think they will change her dramatically anytime soon. Who cares about noobs? FOD2 needs to retain the core player base and satisfy the demands of the players. The competitive scene can't grow with such an obvious main pick at the heart of the metagame. Kamikaze has to go. You're a fool for not seeing that. A flunked out fool. What's wrong exactly? Oh, think RNG. It's just not. I talk some sense into these two, okay?
This sucks.
No, this metagame yammering is boring. Boring and pointless. It's like a comment section brought to life. Who cares what characters are in or out of the game? Who gets buffed or nerfed? Who cares what the feature may bring? Just play the dang game we've actually got and have fun with it. Fun? I mean play to win, not an elementary school computer club. Can't win without a plan, and Kamikaze wrecks every plan we have. She's literally easy mode.
Nah.
You can't just remove Kamikaze. Think of how that will impact the game. All we'll have are characters that are too difficult to learn, which will drive new players away. And new players grow the competitive scene, not character removal. Whatever, fool.
Ugh.
All this theory crafting is making my brain leak out of my ears. All I hear is slosh, slosh, slosh. So it's a debate about FOD2 nerd stuff. Still, if I could step in and close this down, that's one less flashpoint of conflict going down in our arcade. I'm sorry, I'm going to go with that last one because it is just exasperating. I'm sorry, did you seriously just resort to insult Dakota? How is that helping? Okay, enough. Can we please ratchet down the testosterone a bit and talk like rational actors here? You want to talk metagame? I'm down. But there's a difference between discourse and flame wars. You're edging into the danger zone. So settle down, Edgelord, and let's chat. Wonderful. The last refuge is someone without a single good thought in their head, playing the tone police. You're the reason perfectly good discussions on FOD2 forums get shut down because someone steps in and whines about the feelies getting hurt. So you'd rather I insult you while I make my points? Would that make you comfy? Okay, let's bring things down to your level then. Look, I can even mock you without even resorting to swearing. How about Kamikaze belongs in the meta for a valid reason, you thundering tumble fart? Or maybe your insistence that new players don't belong in this community is pure gatekeeping, you woeful son of a one-eyed motherless goat. Wait, I got it. Your attitude is part of the reason we have a problem with toxicity in FOD2, you misaligned motorized artificial insemination assistant? Oh, jeez. And Rhapsody tries to stifle a giggle as Coda turns 11 shades of purple. I have no idea what half of that meant. I still feel like I need to wash your mouth out with soap. Well, what do you say, Coda? Got a witty retort? Yeah, well, eat you. With that, he stomps off, eager to be done with us entirely. Not exactly how I envisioned ending this discussion, but I guess you're right. It wasn't really going anywhere. But happy to watch him leave, and I should go too. There's just a stream I'm wanting to catch.
Yeah.
It's glad to see that little twit put in his place. Good work, Testona. I should probably get out of here as well before he comes back with a head full of steam and more points to make. Okay, where am I going next? I'm torn. The confrontation with Divine is going to end up leading to some ableism, but it gets shut down. But on the other hand, I love Grace. And in case, I'm pretty sure people have figured it out, but Grace is Gavin's sister. Let's go with Grace. On the far side of Good King Fun, Grace is demoing her indie RPG on that fancy homebrew handheld game console. Sort of. Wow, this game's easy as hell. Slice, dice, 200 XP. Little guy didn't even put up a fight.
What?
That's a shepherd, not a fire at all. We're huge. You're not supposed to be killing the villager NPCs. I don't see why not. They're packed with tons of XP. I leveled up 3 times in 5 minutes getting my way through this town. They have XP because they have levels in crafting skills, not because they're meant to be murdered. I don't know what to say. XP is XP, and they're good XP. Ah, look at the blood spray. So much for the laundry you were carrying, lady. Gonna need to put a stain treatment on that blanket.
Oh, no.
You killed the town weaver. She loved music and quilting and so what's this game called again? Wandering Trail or something? Where's the big bad at the end? I want to skip to the end. Ah, run, stupid villagers. I've got an axe and you've got heads and I'm going to use one on the other. Please don't just give me back my game. What was that? Speak up. Can't hear you over all these digital screens and stuff. Give it back, please, if you don't mind. You're playing it all wrong. Hey, come on. You'll never grow as a game designer without feedback. Don't you want me to test this thing? Not enough game devs really listen to the gamers, you know? They hide and ignore us or ban us from their forums? Or are you afraid of free speech? No, it's just that... It's not that. I am... Okay, I guess. I feel like how this even happened. I try to catch Grace's attention. But she mouths, "Help me," my way briefly, unable to even raise her voice, so racked with nerves and anxiety. And I barely noticed Loxley's finally lying up next to me. I have no idea how one manages to lurk in the shadows of a brightly lit pizzeria, but he's done it.
Unacceptable!
Such a refuge for rest of fair grace like this? It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Something must be done. Fortunately, he's talking quietly enough that the ruffian himself doesn't hear it. Plus, that little speaker's loudly squealing with the screams of the innocent. Don't we just get Ben and Matt to take this C2W Joker's race? It's a private business establishment. Management reserves the right to refuse service, yada yada. Would that we could, but alas, they seem a bit distracted by more pressing and dire matters. Huh? Look around for Ben and Matt, owners of this privately owned business establishment and resident authority figures. Oh, you are way too busy dealing with a couple of washing machines spewing out rich, creamy soap all over the floor.
Well, I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy.
Maybe we could throw a foam party and call it a new selling point.
No, the task falls to us, I'm afraid. As for friends and allies, we are honor bound, and I suggest this be executed in a subtle manner, lest mere tension turn to full trouble.
A bold move.
I propose shenanigans. You can distract the student in a way that makes him drop the game. I will promptly retrieve it. Wanted to drop, Gary says, have some homemade game console? I have faith in my agility. I can save it from impact with the floor, and the sack would break his attention away from it. Albeit if you have a better stratagem in mind, I'm all ears. But we should act swiftly and decisively. What do you propose? Let's try talking him down. I really don't want to do either of the other two. We escalate the situation with Team P2W stands and force. It could get ugly. Let's not cause a scene. I'm going to talk to it staff. Are you serious? I doubt that thick-headed Chandler buffoon is in the mood for honest discourse. Okay, so I'm not usually the open and share touchy-feely sort. I like to take a run at this all the same. I suppose, but all the same, I'll be ready. Bring it to action should you fail. He bows out, allowing me to step up and confront the jock. Hey, Blitz, enjoying the Wanderlust trio? Oh, it's you, Finnegan's loser pal. What do you want? I'm busy here. Enjoying the game, huh? It's okay. It's kind of retro in the graphics department. Blood spray is really half fake. And it's too easy to kill people. There's no challenge at all. Look, I'm level 6 already and haven't even left this town. I'm just playing until I get to the fun part. Until then, it's just whack, whack, whack to make the numbers go up, I guess. You could say the same thing about football, which is why they don't want to imagine football, see? Try using a metaphor this guy will probably understand. Horse ball. Okay, let's be more straightforward than that. No sense being around the bush with this. I could confront him directly, but without being overly aggressive. Strike a battle. Sir, she asked you to give the game back. That means you give the game back. Ain't done playing it. Yes, you are. She owns that game in your hands, and it's her right to have it back, whatever she wants. I mean, come on, let's be adults, okay? This isn't a playground. You're not swiping some kids' toys and playing keep away over their heads, right? Let's all be cool about this, okay? You look like a rational dude, so just give it back. I'm not. Look, it's. Then I push him into a corner. I'm playing the adult in the room, making him look more and more childish by the second. This could backfire, of course, threaten the dude's fragile ego, and he may go aggro on you. A calculated risk. Fine. The risk which pays off as he passes the game back to Grace. You two enjoy your stupid, huggy, touchy-feely Elves and Dragons game. I've got real games I can go play instead. Satisfied that by dismissing us he's become the responsible one in the room, the guy walks away. Oh, thank you. Fell for game as if it was a newborn babe, needing to be soothed from a crying tantrum after getting its first shot. I've seen a video of a dad doing that with their kid, and it was so cute. It'll be okay. I'll restore the database, bring everybody back to life, maybe put in safeguards to keep that from happening again. I didn't think anybody would be cruel enough to just kill defensive soldiers. Why would anyone want to hurt those people? The world could be a cruel place, Miss Cooper. A cruel place indeed. There we have it, her last name. So she never says it outright, but I got the impression that she's the youngest in her family. And combine that with not wanting to confront people, yeah.
You have my thanks.
Use my gratitude just on a good show. That and flips back into shadow, since he's no longer needed to watch over Grace.
Thank you so much.
I owe you for this, Justana. Thank you so much. She didn't let him play the game at all, but when he asked me what I did for a living, and I said I designed games, and he wanted to play, I didn't want to make a fuss, I guess. Not exactly my target audience, but I feel like I'd be close-minded not to let him play a bit, and then things got messy.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm just so good at all with confrontation. Always happy to help. If you need me in the future, just ask. I'll be around. Think nothing of it. I'm always willing to step in and lend a hand when a friend's in need. If there's anything you need in the future, you just tap me on the shoulder. No matter what I'm doing, I'll be ready to get to work. That's great to know. So that means you'll definitely be staying around with our team? Yeah, it's growing on me, definitely. I'll be around.
That's wonderful.
Great. I'm always happy to make new friends, real friends, ones I can feel comfortable around. As I like Team GCF, I feel safe here. Feel safe and loved in a lot of ways. And I know you and I kind of just met, but it's always nice to find a new friend. Okay, I've got to reset my server and put everything back the way it was before the status touched my precious game line.
Thanks a bunch.
Thanks again for your help. And lo, the land estates and the terrible beast ransacking its people. The end. Getting late. How long are we going to have to deal with Team P2Ws flying in our clubhouse anyway? Fortunately, things stay quiet for a few minutes. I needed time for a breather anyway. Can't believe this is the team I wanted to join this line. It made sense. P2W are the top of the esports mountain. But wow, are they awful people. Beep beep, just I'm detecting a buildup of social tension. Please follow the indicator on your map. Oh great, now what? Over in the arcade, around the FD2 machine itself, P2W squares off against GCF, both sides finally having enough of this mess. Don't even know why we came to this pathetic little arcade in the first place.
Are you kidding me?
Just a piss little celebrity loser who thinks her follower count is a metric of awesomeness. This bunch of little fragile snowflakes can't even take a sweet waste of time acting all high and mighty when you're simply don't understand how the game is meant to be played, and with that attitude you never will. I was just trying to explain how I felt. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to.
Hell no.
Please Grace alone, you frickin' loser. Can't fathom why I just thought I'd waste their time with you lot. This is getting ridiculous, but I know how to solve it, or at least refocus all this aggression into something else. That's it. If we're going to fight, we fight. Finnegan, you and me, equity too. Let's do this. Okay, frick this. We're done shouting past each other. It's time to put up and shut up. Finnegan would go toe-to-toe in FOD2, just like the old days. One master close up this whole mess, then everybody goes home. You gonna step or not? Yeah, if you really want to lose a friend of your new friends, be my guest. Challenge accepted. Finnegan steps forward from the rest of P2W, welcoming the competition. Coda will join me against you and one of your teammates. Fair? We'll see which team rules and which team rules once and for all. I wasn't planning on raising the emotional stakes of this fight, but an old urge to win, to prove myself, it's rising. A win over Team P2W would do a lot for morale. Do a lot for our image. It could be the springboard we need into our future. Agreed. Let's do this. I ignore Coda's snickering guffaws as I pull my keyboard out again, jamming the USB plug into the game. I have to stay focused. Finnegan confidently steps up to the built-in joystick while Coda digs out a portable biofeedback USB joystick, plugging the fancy glowing blue controller in. All three of us are ready to go, but we need a fourth, a partner I can rely on. 2 versus 2, that's the role of FOD2. Who do I want to call upon for this decisive fight? Let's go with Zapper. Locked and loaded, Zapper? Locked, loaded, and ready to open fire. Let's be awesome together. The four of us step up to FOD2, ready to kick some ass. And that's when I realize my folly. Finnegan knows all my moves. I know all of his moves too, but this is basically a coin toss, and nobody likes 50-50 odds when they can do better. If I start out in the same lane as Finnegan, leaving Zapper to tangle with Coda, this could go badly. So I switch positions, whispering to Zapper as the game loads and the match begins. Pull out my little notes that I made. You take on Finnegan. Let's do specials early and attacks late in the late game. Coda focuses almost entirely on defense, so I'll try to counterplay that with specials. Got it? There's no everyone to standing from Zapper, and Team P2W versus Team GCF begins. Win or lose, I need to give it my all. Even if I really, really want to win this, I have to focus on the fight alone, for the sake of my dreams.
Fight.
Okay. So, Coda defends. So, we're going to do special. The timing is tricky, but I managed to pull off a wicked special move, a sweeping energy kick right to the face of Coda. Your special will be so defend, you earn 150 points. Score now 150 to 0. I know Coda is challenging, but I know I can do it. Throwing Zapper to the wolves by facing off against Finnegan, though. Or am I throwing Finnegan to the wolves, making him face a new and unknown opponent? Let's find out. So, in the specials early on, which means Zapper needs to attack. You both attack. It's a tie. You earn 70 points, they earn 40 points. We're now 220 to 40. Okay. Still defending, so we're going to do special. The timing is tricky, but I managed to pull off a wicked special move, a sweeping energy kick right to the face of Coda. Your special piece to defend, you earn 150 points. We're now 370 to 40. So, he's supposedly going to do a special, but last time he attacked, but we're still going to attack.
Oh, come on. I have the one in the bag.
Your attack loses to their defend. They earn 140 points. Score now 370 to 180. We're still winning. Okay. So he's still supposedly going to defend, so we're going to special. The timing is tricky, but I managed to pull off a wicked special move, a sweeping energy kick right to the face of Coda. Your special piece to defend, you earn 170 points. Score now 540 to 180. Okay, so now he supposedly is going to attack, so we're going to defend, even though that's not her strong point.
And the hits just keep on coming. Specifically me, hitting your face.
Your defend beats their attack, you earn 100 points. So we're now 640 to 180. Okay, so he's probably going to defend still, so we're going to special. Ah, damn. He's their ultimate. But that means that Finnegan won't be able to use their ultimate. And we haven't used ours yet. 640. Their opponent uses their ultimate, they earn 130 points. Score now 640 to 310. So we're going to use our ultimate.
You can't step to this with that weak-ass determination. Embrace the impossible. By God, eat the sun!
You use your ultimate, you earn 130 points. Score now 770 to 310.
You win.
So I remember one time I was playing the demo and I deliberately lost this game just to see if there was much of a difference. There really isn't, because Coda is a sore winner as much as a sore loser.
GG losers, y'all got zapped.
We won. We won a match over the best team in the nation. All those old instincts come rushing in, the thrill and satisfaction of victory. Beating P2W feels good. Feels damn good. And that's how Bullpucky gets done. Suck it, P2W losers. Really, Jasana? Hiding behind your lackey? Too scared to take me on? You wouldn't have seen victory if you faced me instead. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, didn't. It's a team game, Finnegan. Neither of us are lone wolves anymore. Adapt or die. Needless to say, Coda's not particularly thrilled with their outcome either. I call hacks. They have to be cheating. No way a bunch of laundromat losers could beat us. Man, I don't even feel like trash talking you. It's too easy. I've got 101 insults I could use, but it's just too easy. I'll save all these things for a much more important match. Maybe next time you lose, I'll bother to grace you with my snack time. You lost, you're done. That's all there is to it. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch. Best of 3. Only way to prove that was a fluke. Because it was a fluke. They're all cheaters. Really? I saw a clean victory. And now the whole internet has seen it as well. Boxley holds up his phone, playing a video he'd been secretly taking of the whole match. A P2W's humiliating loss, and Coda's ranting. A bit clickbaity, but I opted to title it Whiny Team P2W Crybaby Utterly Schooled by Local Laundromat Underdog. Lovely, isn't it? Now the whole world knows your pedestal isn't quite so out of reach. You little... I'm about to reply when I'm cut off. A figure who had been lurking in the background this whole time, making her presence felt. The coach for Team P2W, Victoria Brown, formerly the esports star player, Valkyrie. Now, in the picture of P2W showing up, she was in the back. I did her come in with the team, but she hadn't talked to anyone since arriving. Quiet like death, only watching and waiting. Now she glares at Coda and Finnegan, extremely unhappy with the result. Her frown causing Coda to shift nervously. Coach, I just bet that... She holds up her finger to her lips, silencing him. Then in a turn of eeny, meeny, miny, moe between her two players, her finger eventually lingers on Coda.
Coda, you're fired.
What? But this whole mess is thanks to Finnegan. Why would you come here in the first place? Her eyes narrow at Coda's complaints, which stops in mid-sentence.
Stop passing the blame. Not only do you look childish, but you've made the whole team look bad. And I won't stand for that.
She says grudgingly while crossing her arms. She's by no means thrilled.
Not only are you fired, your non-compete clause means you're not joining any other teams. Not that they would have you. Especially not after I tell them you're blacklisted. Be happy I'm not doing anything else.
Coda stands there in total disbelief as the other members of his team edge away from him. This is only very communicable and very nasty to see. Defeated, Coda slinks away to a corner of the arcade. Dakota out of the picture, the coach redirects their attention to me. I gulp, and hopefully not too audibly.
As for you, congratulations on your victory. Clearly, you've earned it. But I wouldn't spend all night celebrating. You haven't won some grand war. You're an impressive challenger, no doubt, but take my advice and be content with what you have.
She nods, and I'm confused. Just give me a nod of respect. She twirls her finger in the air, and the rest of Team C2W follow her out. Even Coda, who's trailing at a safe distance. We won. We beat the best team in the nation simply by being who we are, by working together. If we could accomplish this, if we could avoid becoming a group of jerks like Team P2W, this could be the start of something great. Maybe Alex is right. Maybe through Team GCF I can find victory and be at peace with myself. In that moment, I also see all their eyes on me, hope restored, and a newly found yearning in that gaze. Maybe if I'm true to myself, who I am as a person, or maybe I could reach them. If I could just convince Team GCF of that. This is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Today's Thursday, we can make something big of Team GCF. We can conquer the Pro Tour. It's destiny. We just humiliated Team T2W. That's a perfect starting position for a serious Pro Tour run. We're all amazing. We have great potential as a team. Together, we could win. You call yourselves casual gamers? Heck no. You're arcade kaiju, and your hour is nigh. We're gonna go with this one. This is the foundation, the first brick. People are going to see that online video. They're going to see us put one over on Team T2W. They're going to be talking about us. I know not all of you are interested in a Pro Tour run, but if you have any doubt, if you've even a tiny shred of curiosity about how far you can go, then this is our moment. This is the time. Are you willing to try? Makes sense. Strike out now while we're being noticed. Get sponsors, make it happen. Okay, I'm in. I'm not very competitive, but that makes sense, yeah. If Jinx thinks it's a good idea, I'm willing to try. It might be fun. The timing would certainly be on our side if we started now. Being a positive beacon for the community would inspire others. I'm in. Man, I couldn't care less about public image. I just want to get that trophy. I'm obviously in. I would rather prefer to avoid the spotlight, to be honest, but I shall always defend my friends. Timing is everything in comedy and tragedy. I hope we haven't meticulously planned out our own downfall in the process, but I'm willing to see for myself. It's happening. My dreams of victory. I found a team willing to go all the way. I've done it. Iris was right. This is where I need to be. Hold it. One thing to make absolutely clear. You want to whip this team into something resembling a competitive professional esports crew? I guess that's what I said. Okay. Then you are the one responsible for making that happen. You're our new manager. What? Never had one, never needed one. Not until now.
Sounds good here.
You want to take this seriously? We'll need someone who can network, take hands, and make deals, sign paperwork, make travel arrangements, and find sponsors. And since you're so gung-ho about this, that means it's you.
Of course.
Yes, of course. It makes sense. I'm sure you do a great job as team manager. Maybe you could even find a better name for us than Team GCF.
This can't possibly end badly.
Oh, goody. We have a professional cat herder now. Have fun trying to keep this merry bunch on task, Jasana. I'd sooner eat glass than take on that job. But I say we don't give Jasana absolute authority. You saw how that creep who runs P2W just up and fired Coda? None of that. You don't get to access or hire anyone new.
As you wish.
Now, I'm sure we can turn to Jasana for leadership without them becoming a tyrant. After all, Semper Tyrannis, yes? That's what John Wilkes Booth said after assassinating Lincoln. So, shooting Lincoln. He didn't die right away. I think that was the threat. Yes, that was the threat.
Sounds good to me.
Just a word of advice from someone who's been inside and alongside esports for years. It's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work without any thanks or praise, and if anyone has a whisper of negativity, you get the full brunt of it. But overall, you'll do great. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. 3 cheers for manager Jasana. Cheer, cheer, cheer. I'm excited about this. No tour run? Can we really do it? Wow. With someone else doing all the paperwork and heavy business listing, I'm perfectly okay with this.
Howdy ho!
Friends to the pizzeria, for only the finest and celebratory deep dish pies. Everyone's starting to spend in Matt's Pizzeria's intent on scarfing out pepperoni and mozzarella by the pound. And I do not. Instead, I step out into the cool, if not entirely refreshing air outside the building. Sun's gone down, and the neon metropolis welcomes me with open arms.
Beep, beep.
Beep, beep, just got up? Yes, Iris, what's up? My GPS indicates you've got the laundromat. Shouldn't you be celebrating with your new friends? This is what you wanted, yes? Seem willing to try for the victory you've been dreaming of? A team who can help you understand your motivations behind that dream? As well, it's a perfect match. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I asked you for. That's what I got. It's just, how do I put this? I wasn't expecting to be their leader. It's a bit more responsibility than I'm prepared for. I didn't exactly plan on becoming the organizing manager of an entire esports team when I woke up this morning, Iris. That's a lot to ask of me. It's more than I'm prepared to handle. What if I make mistakes? Nobody's expecting me to be perfect, Asana. Not even them. But they need this. Asana, there's another reason I led you here. Led you to them. They need someone who can unify them. Give them a common cause. Without that, I'm afraid they might grow distant and lose their friendship. The purpose of an Iris originally was simply to obey commands to provide the best possible service. Just an app, really. But now, I've chosen my own purpose, and that's to be truly helpful. Help those in need and bolster the human spirit. You need them, and they need you. Sure, you'll make mistakes, and they'll make mistakes, but that's normal, that's human, and it's beautiful. Also, someone's approaching, so I hope you're ready to begin down this road. Huh? Iris winks out with a literal wink as I look up to someone rounding the corner into the alley. Hey, you okay? Are you sick? If you're sick, don't hork on me, but I'm used to holding back someone's hair as I keep in the toilet, so... No, I'm not sick. Just having doubts about being your fearless leader, I guess. I have a lot of everything all at once, you know. Lots of adultness. Oh, is that all? Okay. She taps her foot, considering her words, which is, I believe, a first for Zapper. I've never seen her pause for contemplation. I'm gonna be real at you for a sec, if that's cool. I don't think that adult actually exists. They're a myth. We're all little kids pretending we know what's what and claiming we've got our act together, when really, we're doofuses, all of us. Nobody's really ready for anything, not even me. We claim we are, we convince ourselves we are, but nah, in actuality, it's always brown trousers time. But that means we're all in the same situation, yeah? We're all faking it till we make it. Nobody's any more adult than anyone else, so just roll with it. And hey, you've got one big positive going for you. You're in the perfect place for growing and learning. Good Clean Fun is a community college, too. Is there a fourth room I haven't noticed? I mean the arcade, doofus. I mean, what is an arcade game? It's not a try-hard button grinder. You pop a quarter, you play, you die, you repeat. Over and over, little by little, figuring out how to play for longer and longer. And it's a hell of a place for friendship. It's our heart and soul, our burning spirit. We're a complete mess, you know? You've seen it. But this place, Good Clean Fun, just keeps us going. It's ours. That's what an arcade is. It's school, it's home, it's community. It's all of us. So no more butterflies in the stomach, okay? We're all screw-ups at heart. I'm right here in screw-up territory with you in this glorious arcade. Come on, let's get you some pizza. Sound good? Many toppings, one slice. I'm going to learn from mistakes with the learning commence. I wonder, how many different toppings can Ben and Matt fit on a single slice of pizza? I feel this needs to be explored for science. And if we're going to learn from mistakes, it's time to start making some. Let's do it. Hell yeah, I'll have what you're having. Let's do it. As I walk back inside Good Clean Fun, I see my team, my new friends rejoicing. The happiness on faces, celebrating our victory. Which reminds me about my own dream for victory. I still want to win. I still want to become the champion of FOD 2. But now, there's something more. To share dreams with everyone at Good Clean Fun. Dreams of people like Daphne. I'm responsible for all the dreams now. All our dreams. But you know what? That's okay. This is our time. And we're going to find what we need in life. Together. My name is Jess Donna, also known as Jess Donna, and I'm ready for what may come. Level complete. You cleared level 1 of Arcade Spirits, the new challenges. Victory! And look, you won a prize. You get 1 prize for every level you clear. Be sure to check the prize gallery for unlocked concept art and more. Now let's take a look at your scores. You're in Zapper's sights to be sure. Looks like your personality is full of grit. Strong gut. I see you scored 11,150 points. Guys, keep typing with people. Your score will go up, up, up. Would you like to change your personal metadata at this time? Name, pronoun, appearance, and so on? I can do this between every level from now on. So that means we can be gender fluid by changing our pronouns. That's cool. But no. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 2? Yes. Okay. So that's it. Prizes. So these are everything that I've unlocked. Just from testing. So I'm assuming this is like the first that you unlock. So it's basically concepts for the cover art for the new challengers. I'll look at these closer as we continue along. Yeah, that's it for today. Oh my gosh, almost 4 hours. But it was fun. I don't regret it. My voice might, but I don't. So I will hopefully stream next week. I don't know. Things are near. I always eat when I start a stream. So, and I post to some Discord, so maybe you're on those with me. But yes, I will be uploading this to YouTube, and I will include a link in the description to find the game on itch and Steam. It's also available on consoles, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and I know there's one more, I can't remember. So yeah, the next time, whenever that will be, we will start to get into other stuff, more fun stuff. But for now, I'm going to go rest my voice, and I will just see you all until next time. Bye!